Hey everybody, we were too busy doing our own pre-show to hit play. Kidding. We're here for you. Hi everybody, there's a whole bunch of new Streamloot cards. We turned some back on. I also added in 2 new ones. One for the campsite that gives them a master crafted set of tools so that it is easier to get monster parts. And another one gives them 1 die towards any form of healing their health. We have a new system coming out for E7. Part of it is stamina, and the other part is hit points for their normal hit point pool, and it gets a little harder to heal themselves, so I wanted to give them a chance through Streamloot cards. On top of that, happy birthday, Serving Hand, since it's actually your birthday today, not yesterday. I blame Google. I blame Google. So we'll kick back. We'll get started here in a couple minutes. We got a new ad, new art, new everything.
Hear the faint echo of their screams in the dark. His spirit now haunts this place, looking for others to dispatch. He's out there, watching you from the shadows.
Blackened out, I see
Let's catch you guys up a little bit here in case you missed last episode, came in late, haven't had a chance to rewatch it. Short little ad to showcase our new art and remind everybody how fucked the party is. Ethauntia Superstitions, Episode 5, Cryptid Hunt. With the party split once again, Maria and Burke face off against one of the colophals in its tooth-laden floor. Meanwhile, the siblings save one of their own dwarven kind as a cryptid looks down from the mountain ledge, ready to give a shit about. The real question is, do they have enough superstitions to save them? Or are they going to need a dilemma to turn the tide? Join in tonight on YouTube's Erik Frankhouse Presents at 8 PM CST. Take part in the audience with Streamloot cards and maybe save them from death. Ooh, a 10's pretty low. Are you happy with that? The last thing says, oh, you rolled pretty 10. Low. Are you happy with that? Ooh. Ethauntia Superstitions, Episode 5, Cryptid Hunt. With the party split once again, Maria and Burke face off against one of the colophals in its tooth-laden floor. Meanwhile, the siblings save one of their game's damage kinds as a cryptid looks down from the mountain ledge, ready to dance. But the real question is, do they have enough superstitions to save them? Or are they going to need a dilemma to turn the tide? Join in tonight on YouTube's Erik Frankhouse Presents at 8 PM CST. Take part in the audience with Streamloot. Yeah. Yup. Let's keep bragging. I'm kidding. Roughly 10 minutes, actually. It's not actually 10 minutes out. I'm drinking Rochefort 10 from last Gary Conn that Craig gave me. Thank you, Craig, for the Rochefort 10. Well, hello everybody. How are we all doing? Has it been a wonderful night for y'all? Have you had a great week? Well, I have. All I've been thinking about is how in the hell this team is going to get out of this. They have trekked through the Moldavian mountains and found not one cryptid but two. And the Galafels are very dangerous cryptids that get more angry the more they have found body parts to make them human. They will do anything. We might say a lawful smart amount of things to be able to become human. That's for Kelly and I. For those who missed last episode, it is violent. There are teeth. There is an X in the corner, or over there if you're on Mac, and you can click that if you get offended all during the show. But hey, enough of that stuff. Let's get into this. Let's run the intro and drop us right back into the thick of it. Thank you for all the Streamloot cards getting played tonight. If anyone does have cryptozoologist cards, we are 4 away from a big event happening. Just saying. Maybe play some. So, everybody, we were talking about chains and dead bodies and grandfather clocks in the background. And that's definitely nicer than what's about to happen. So I'm going to ask the cast, which fight do we want to start with? Do we want to start with the siblings down in the valley? Or do we want to start with the two people with an all-toothed floor in a tent? No, I guess it's the twins. Maybe. Oh, wrong person. Let's get the twins. Hi, Allie. Hi, Drew. Drew, you got a lot of headspace on your camera, and Allie, you're off center.
I'm off center.
A lot of headspace.
Yep.
Okay.
Drew looks like he's ready for the moth to perch on him. But anyway, you guys are.
How's that?
Yeah, you're in a different position. I'll fix Allie's though. Allie, I got you.
You said that as soon as I moved it.
I got it. Leave it alone. I got you. So
My camera's on the same settings for the show as it always is.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of headspace. Leave it there. It's fine. You're sitting up right
How's
now.
that?
It's better. But that's not what I wanted to ask. You screwed me over, Allie, and you cast a spell that saved the dwarf from dying. Bravo. Good play. Very good play. Wasn't expecting it at all. Was not expecting that. But it's okay. Because now we go into initiative.
Okay.
So the situation that we were in, use skills that make sense for your initiative. I'm gonna get a little writing stick out here. I've already rolled for my Galawful. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. And I would like to know, what does Georgia have, and what skill would you like to use for your initiative?
Georgia's going to go ahead and use perception. That is going to come in at a double computer here. 11 plus... That's 13 total.
Are you good with that?
No. No.
You can keep it though?
I am going to keep it.
Okay. I'm going to give you the first choice for your lovely Galawful that you guys are fighting. Are you going to go with the hunt tactic of capture or kill? Originally, before we had started this, we'd all kind of agreed on kill, but I'm still going to give you an option. You've had a week to sit and kind of think about it.
Thank you.
Here, don't you go helping her.
So Georgia personally is of the capture mindset, but if the others are going for kill, she can't really.
Yeah. It's too different. It's too different.
Yeah. Well, I
So
feel
you
like
two-
before we started the hunt, we would have discussed what the plan was going to be once we find them, but
You have two now. We have two of them.
Yeah.
So
Georgia
with
absolutely
that,
left to capture
your
one.
brother is there as well. You can talk freely. Regdor, what are you aiming for? Kill or capture? Between you two, what do you think is the best plan? It is monster parts you don't have. You don't know anything about these, and you sure shit didn't think there were two cryptids out here. There was no sign of two.
I think... Allie, do you say anything about wanting to capture it?
Yeah. I mean, you would know it's her nature. Like, you'd know your sister. She's generally going to capture until there's not another choice.
Just music, though.
Then he would lean towards capture as well, especially if
Okay.
if we don't know anything about these, and it will help us gain some knowledge on them, because now there are two. We thought there was only one, so there's probably more than two.
Okay, so that is a fair assessment. What is your initiative and what skill are you using?
It would probably, honestly, it would be either perception or survival at this point, but they're both the same score, so...
Whatever. Well, I mean, whatever one you want to do.
Probably survival.
Okay.
So I rolled a 17 on the dice, so that's a 26.
That means that you go first. It is up. It is roughly 60 foot up from where you are. I'm going to move the camera actually so we can see it a little bit more. It's on this cliff edge, kind of perched next to the tree. You can kind of see him. He's 5 squares away from you and 7 squares away from Georgia. The piece here on the ground is the dwarf that was thrown off that you saved?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I did not see that coming. I'll be 100% honest. You're first.
You said it's 60 feet up?
Yep, 60 foot up.
Okay. He's going to grab a hold of the other dwarf.
Okay, the one on the ground?
Yep, and pull him under the tree so this thing does not have line of sight on it.
So you grab him and you're going to move. So it's 2 actions. Where do you want to go? How far under the tree?
The tree. That's, yeah, right
here?
there. Right there.
All right, so you move with him.
Back over one.
So I'll give you cover. Got an action left. I don't know if you want to attack, you want some knowledge checks on this thing. Ooh,
yeah,
so
I'm going to
keep
do a
those
knowledge
eyes.
check.
Okay. These
Judging
things
off
fall
of...
under occult.
I mean, I'm not trained in it.
Still trying to make one. We do have a lot of Keeper's Eyes cards around. If you need focus or spells back at all, alley. See what you get.
Oh, shit. Cultism is intelligence, 19 on the dice, dirty 20.
The first thing you notice is it does not have any of the parts of your friend that is missing from the Darkest House. This is a totally different one. What you do notice is it has parts of other people you have seen throughout the Three Sisters. Specifically wearing the face of the mayor of the youngest sister.
Oh, wow.
That's not good.
Now, there has been
Okay.
no rumor of her missing at all. The youngest sister is the one furthest to the east in the Moldavian mountains. It is the closest to getting back into Ingrad. That is the youngest sister of the mountain range. But there's no indicator that she's missing. All three of the cities are ran by female mayors in two of them, and then there's a council in the eldest one. And they all answer to the eldest sister out of the Three Pines.
You said the eldest is the council?
Yeah, that's the council. That's the major one in the middle. That's also in, I believe, in the handouts as well for you.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you.
At least the general gist of it. So that's your actions. You going to share it?
Yeah. I mean, he'll just say, Georgia, we have to capture it. It's wetter in the face of one of the mayors.
Georgia's gonna nod and clench her shield in a bottle.
I think you said clench your little dwarven axe cheeks in a bottle. Like,
Clench
where are we
your-
going with
clench
this
your
one?
butt
Where are we going? With that, Allie, I would love to say you rolled higher, but I got a 14.
Yeah, that feels right.
This
Okay.
thing jumps, hits the tree. Snow rains down from the pine tree, covering you
Okay.
and the dwarf, giving it a moment of like a chance to stealth. I need to I need both of you to give me perception checks as it hits the tree versus
Okay.
my stealth.
Patch right off the bat.
All right, that's what I like to hear.
Not taking a 1.
And
Okay.
I got a 24.
Okay. You can still see it.
Okay.
Nat 20, so 29.
You can both see it. The guy on the ground has his face down. He doesn't see it. It slides down halfway to the biggest branch and crawls over top of it as snow is kind of still falling from the tree, right over top of your brother. And I would love to have gotten my sneak attack on this, but I didn't. Its arm extends down 15 foot to pull the lantern from your back. I'm going to try to steal from you.
Okay.
You see me do it. He reaches down and goes to grab the lantern, and when he notices you looking at it, he pulls his hand back up, and it's like stretching like a balloon with holes in it, and teeth rain out of the holes in the skin, like little pieces do. You ever seen a Stretch Armstrong when it's cut open? It's like that, but there are teeth in pieces falling out of the skin sack. And it pulled his hand back, and you hear the of all the teeth racking together inside the arm. That was my first, second, and third action. I am unfortunately done. That takes us to Georgia. Georgia, I have cover. What would you like to do?
Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and start by casting Tanglevine.
I am a tree. So that makes sense to me.
Yep. So that's going to be a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
Buttes. Okay. So that is going to be, I believe, an 11 plus, cool, That is going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits me.
Awesome.
With my cover, it
We'd
hits
love
me.
to hear it.
I don't.
So that is a standard success.
Okay.
Do we have any critical success cards?
Ooh.
I think we had. Well, I think we had one.
We have
I don't know if we have
one critical success card from serving
I would like
hands.
to use that critical success. If
Okay.
the rest of the party is okay with that.
I don't have a
Do
save for this, do I?
No.
All right, critical
Awesome.
success. What does it
So,
look like, Allie? Because I
the
was not
target
expecting
gains-
this.
Yeah, so Georgia is going to go ahead and run her hand over her talisman and close her eyes for a minute and whisper little sprayer, spell prayer, sprayer.
A sprayer?
As the vines are going to come out
Sprig.
of the tree and wrap around, immobilizing this guy, and he's
Okay.
going to take a negative 10-foot circumstance penalty to his speed for 1 round.
And can I try to break out of this? Or is it just only last a round? Is it concentration?
You can attempt to escape
Okay.
to remove the penalty and the condition.
What is the DC?
The DC is 19.
Okay.
I'm going to, so
Now
that'll be
that's a
next
crit.
round.
I would like to point out, which means that you guys get 2 successes towards it. And we got another 2 from spotting it with his critical success earlier. That puts you all at 4 on your kill track
Cool.
capture track. For it at 4, so you know, the creature is either at half move, because you're doing capture, so there's no damage. So now not only am I down in action for movement, or no, not down in action, down 10 foot for movement, I'm also halved. So as it gets wrapped up in these vines, it tries to like move, it is getting cocooned inside of here. I was really hoping that I would have gotten past this, but I didn't. But that's fine. That's fine. I have a way out of this. It's going to be okay. I'm going to take us to our other 2 people. If you would like to give me your initiatives and get yourselves ready. What do we got here, and what skills are you using, Kelly and Todd? What are we doing, Burke and Maria?
I don't really have anything that I think could stand out as anything better than just a standard perception check, so
Okay.
I'm going to do that.
I don't know if you were starting with like a knowledge check or something like that, so.
Nah, I'm
All right.
going last.
All right, and I will roll for yours as well. Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna go with perception, even though it's not the best one, because I was looking
Yep.
into the tent to try and see what I could see.
Yeah, because
So-
I pulled the skin back in and disconnected from one of the people outside. And then
Yeah.
the one inside, there's like a skin sack that just deflated and like teeth are all over the floor. Now you're starting to get an idea where all the teeth come from.
That's a 19.
Okay. And Todd?
6.
All right, happy with that?
Not at all.
Are you going
Let's
to
roll it.
re-roll? You can use a patch?
No, not for initiative.
No, fuck that. Not for, I would never do that for initiative. All right. Are you guys going with a kill or capture for yours? Since this is the friend. Or parts?
Follow your lead.
Ooh, I lost something. I've got stuff falling off my. Here, I think.
Dropped your pocket.
Fuck.
Right now, until I can make a knowledge check or something, I'm gonna assume kill because I don't want this thing
Can't
to
change
take
it
our.
once it starts. It's,
Oh,
it's
once
like
it
you
starts,
preset
it
it up.
starts?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because
You
it's like, you know,
capture them.
positioning, capturing things. You can't. You would have to restart the entire thing.
Then I wanted to get our friend back since it has a part of our friend instead of like the whole. I'm going to assume that our friend is dead, so I'm going to go for kill.
All right, cool. All right. With that, you beat me by 1.
Okay.
You get to go first. What do you got for us?
All right. I'm going to do my esoteric lore as a thaumaturge. I'm going to
We
exploit
expect
vulnerability.
0 things else. Okay.
It's the
Yeah,
main way for me
It's
to get
the
my damage.
basis of the game.
It's the basis.
Yeah, we all
of this
got
character.
that say the line part kind of thing.
Yep.
But,
So
Good.
that is a 24
Okay.
esoteric lore check.
Okay.
If it is a Is it a success or a critical success?
So I can tell you this. One, it is a very dangerous encounter, is what I will give you with that for free. This is something that is definitely beyond what you would think the skill set of the team is. So being split up, probably worse. It is not a critical success. It is just a success. What would you like to know?
Well, the reason I'm asking is because with exploit vulnerability, I recall an important fact about the creature, learning its highest weakness, or one of its highest if it has multiple, but no other weaknesses, resistances, or immunities.
Highest weakness, water.
Water? Okay.
You're guessing it has to do with how much they weigh.
Cool. So as my free action, I'm going to yell to Burke and say, their weakness is water, because we're in snow, and he can he can melt it potentially with his power. Then, how far? It's 15 feet away from me?
Yep. Into the tent. It's a big tent. It looks like it's made for about 4 to 5 people. It's made of like different armors and cloths, probably of whatever either they found or the people who they've killed here or captured built the tent.
Okay.
It's certainly
so I'm gonna-
ramshackled.
Okay. So, as I described last time, the whip that I had, the first adventures, or the first couple of shows, I still have it, but the one that I'm holding is like a weird leathery type of skin. It's got like sharp teeth poking out of it.
Yeah.
And as my 2 actions, I'm going to activate the elongating property of my whip and try and strike it from 15 feet away.
You are currently at 10. Would you like to be 15? Do you want me to back you up one more?
Well, that's why I had asked if I was 10, if I was 15 feet away from it.
It's 10.
Originally. It's 10, but I'll stay there. That's fine.
Okay.
It was more in case it was 15 feet, and I was gonna.
It probably will be.
Okay, so then I'm not gonna use the elongating because I don't have to.
Yep.
Going to attack.
Okay.
And let me get my.
I'm
I
a
believe
little
it's
worried.
+9. Yeah, it's 9. Okay. So as I do that, like the whip kind of snaps into the snow, and as I pull out, like I think my anger kind of manifests into a tangible energy and melts the snow on my whip
Ah,
because I'm exploiting
yeah,
its
I know.
vulnerability.
I know. Go ahead.
Oh gosh, I got a natural 20.
Boy, I feel like we're playing yesterday's game all over.
Listen, it's a net. I will take a picture, Eric.
I believe you. I'm just telling you what it feels like. You missed yesterday. She did 77
that's
points
her
of
name and her
damage.
job.
Yeah, Carrie. Yes, Carrie everything. She did
Okay,
77 points of damage through a window the other day, knocked the big bad out in one punch. The whole show was her just hitting people for 70 plus damage. Just saying.
Okay, so it's gonna be 3, 5.
Lawful
Okay, so it's gonna
broke.
be 10.
Just because all her characters are She-Hulk doesn't mean it's wrong.
Wow.
At least they're not all tieflings.
Right. So that's 16 points of damage,
Okay.
and then I trigger its weakness,
Okay.
and then I have the owlbear claw
Okay.
talisman.
Oh, nice.
So when I crit, I can activate it for the crit specialization, so it's now prone.
Oh. Oh, fuck.
Eat it.
And then Allie, I don't have the is that like a reaction, or how does the activation for that talisman work?
The activation
Does it
for
just
the
happen?
talisman, I believe,
I think you have to
it
activate them.
should. There's going to be a
This is
trigger
action.
for it.
Owlbear claw.
While that's going on, you said 15 points of damage plus my
There we
weakness.
go.
Does the owlbear do damage too?
No, it makes it.
Okay. I just wanted the damage.
Prone.
Yeah, that's just going to happen.
Yeah, it knocks it prone.
And then
It's
the
a free
talisman
action.
burns
The
up.
talisman
right?
is a free action, yes, but it's a free action. It burns up. I critically succeeded in attack roll with the weapon. When I activate the claw, the triggering attack gains the weapon's critical specialization effect, so it
Sure.
becomes prone. Then I guess because it's now prone, I'm going to use my second action to attack one more time with it.
Allie,
Well,
what
it's
do these
prone.
what do these talismans look like while she's beating the shit out of my big bad?
So I think that the owlbear claw is called that because it looks like it's a claw, but if you look closer, it is like a small piece of tree bark that has been kind of whittled into that shape for like the outer area, and then the inside has been like it's like compressed lichen that has been put down in there. Yeah, and then it's like wrapped in a couple like bands of like strips of like leather.
Now you realize we expect you to build these talismans and sell them in your shop in real life, right? You know that, right?
Yes, I'll do
Okay.
I will. Yes,
well-
I've never been so motivated. Let's fucking go. I have
we
so
need a
much
drop
lichen. I
for,
need a purpose for. This is great.
Need to drop what,
That's
Todd?
actually a good idea. I was gonna say we need a drop for like remaster info, because I was like, remaster fact, owlbear claws are called predator claws, so they can look
True.
like pretty much any kind of claw shape.
I'll tell you what,
True.
Todd. I will make a fucking emoji thing that pops on the screen for remaster.
Yeah.
Remaster
So
fact.
my second attack was a 14.
Okay. That
I don't know if that hit
14
or not
does
while
not
it's
hit
prone.
me. Even
Okay.
prone does not hit me.
Okay, that's
It's
it.
you
I'm
swing it in it, it kind of moves its body in an odd way where you like hit the skin, but it doesn't seem to do anything to it.
done. Okay. Well, hopefully the
Is that all your
Six-
actions?
16 plus the weakness does it. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all
I
my
did
actions.
damage. I
That's my
took
free.
damage. You did put a hole, you lashed it, and some teeth are leaking out of it, but it is not dead by any stretch of the imagination. So that takes us back to Burke. Burke, you hear combat going on inside the tent, and the one person who is tied up and next to the other guy is screaming right now with the mouth gag in because the guy next to him just tried to attack you. What do you want to do?
Well, she mentioned water, and I can't unfortunately
You can't
conjure
melt it.
water yet, like I can with fire and
Okay.
steel. But
Okay.
I can do something similar. Now I'm going to. Now there was a continuity error last week. I said I had my armor up, and then I said I had it down.
Mhm.
I think just timing wise, it was down. So I'm not sure if I said I had my aura active at this point or not. So just for safety's sake, I will take an action to activate my aura.
Oh, okay. All right.
And at the same time, when that happens, a dagger made of fire appears in my hand, and I throw it at the guy.
You mean
No,
water?
sorry, I can't make it a weapon. I can't make it. Well, no, I have to do fire or metal.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Okay.
I can't make it into a weapon. Sorry. This
Okay.
is as I activate my aura, an attack happens. I can't shape it like that. So it's just gonna be
Gotcha.
a basic fire attack. And that's probably not going to hit with a 13.
No, are you happy with that? Would you
Okay.
like a
Yeah, it's
Frankhouse
fine.
dilemma,
It's
or
fine. It's,
maybe
it's a free attack on top of what I'm doing. So
All
I'm
right.
all right. I don't need a Frankhouse dilemma this
Yet.
early. Yeah, yet. So then, with my remaining actions, I will. Well, defense or offense? Let's go offensive. I will manifest what looks like all these flaming gears and springs and everything circled together into my hand, and it makes this sort of like gun-ish
Okay.
shape with a sort of like a wide nozzle at the end, and I blast out
Okay.
this, like, it creates this little gear, like a clockwork type gear that has two clock hands on it, and they face forward, and it goes pew, and it fires out, and this is going to hit a line
What?
ahead of me. 5. Can I mark on this map?
You can use your measuring tool, but I don't think there's really. You can ping. Well, if you hold down
Okay,
left trigger,
so-
it pings.
Okay, so it will hit here,
Mhm.
and then it'll hit the guy, right? And
Here,
this is skipping through.
Here's the two guys.
Basically, okay, here. Yeah.
This is
5.
the guy who attacked you earlier.
Oh, well, then what are the two?
This is the other guy who's tied up, and this is the Glophlin.
Yeah.
Well, I'm showing goat friends on the map in
Goat
different
friend?
positions.
Goat friend here.
Goat friend. Oh, there's two goat friends in this map.
In the tent?
In the tent, there's two goat friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's one.
That guy's
here
not
and
there.
one here.
It's just the one on top.
Okay.
I
So there's-
apologize. I couldn't see that. It was underneath the tent. He was hidden
The
even
mission-
from me.
The mission is to kill, not capture, the goat friend, right?
Correct.
Kelly? Okay.
Yeah, we're on kill.
And these two guys are these are
people.
attackers.
People
right?
and their
They're-
skibbies.
Oh, we're saving them.
I don't know. I didn't make that choice. I can tell you the
Not
one to the
attacking us,
south
right?
is the one that attacked you, and then the
Oh, he
skin-like
did attack
thing
me.
pulled back away back into
All
the
right.
tent.
I thought it was the goat guy, so that makes more sense. Then what I'll do, it'll hit this thing will shoot from this gun that I've got. It'll go through this guy, ricochet to this guy, and then go right up and hit the goat. 5, 10, 15, 20, and then go like down from the goat onto through the tent down to the ground to here, and then bounce. Whoops. It wants to grab the tent from here,
Sure.
and then it'll bounce down to this one again, and it'll like land there. Kind of, it's an AOE line
What the fuck?
that I can direct.
So it hits and it goes beep, 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 like a boomerang?
Yeah. This is my most like
Nonsensical
goofy
ability
attack.
check. Yeah, nonsensical. Yeah, no, of course.
It doesn't
course.
get. It's not gonna get weirder than
No,
this.
sure,
But I
right,
picture
right,
it as
yeah.
it makes a flaming thing that shoots out and ricochets off
Yeah.
of stuff. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Would you say it's a
So-
will-o-wisp?
It's so this is an ability called Flying Flame. So I would like a reflex save from these three guys.
Well, I mean, I'll try. Nope. Glopwin did make it though. The other two outside did
let me
not.
just.
The two
It's
outside did not.
written
The one guy was
down.
like, shake and you shoot him first.
Rip.
It's like I don't know what's going on. I probably should attack them, but I don't know what their
Hey,
intentions are. If they're sucking my skin, no way.
I mean,
And
the
then
one
am
was
I letting them
trying.
get away?
The one to the south was.
Burke's got a fight or flight response to most things, and usually it's fight. So
I'm gonna be
he's
honest with
going
you,
to
Todd. Over my
attack this
30-something
guy.
years of playing tabletop RPGs, almost all players have fight or flight when it comes to something trying to steal your skin.
Let's be honest, no players run away anymore.
No.
They fight till the death.
Well, let's see if that's true or not.
So the DC is a reflex DC 19.
Failed
now that I've
the
stalled
first
long
two,
enough.
got the main one.
All right,
He,
so
I
they're-
actually critically beat it with the Glophlin. If that makes a
let me
difference.
see
for
if
you.
it is basic. It is basic, so a crit success means no damage.
Okay, so it hits a tent and rolls around in the tent and burns up the tent, but doesn't hit him.
So the other two who failed will take 6 fire damage.
Okay, the one guy who's to the north is now unconscious. The other guy is wiggling and trying to get out of his bindings. With that, I had a better action. Do you have any more actions left?
No, that's all of them.
So I technically was going at 18, but because water was used on me, I go last in initiative.
Oh, that's cool.
So instead of standing up, I am going to grab the tent pole and use it to do a reach attack. So one action to grab, one action to reach attack against Maria. Maria, does a 19 hit you?
No.
Okay. And then he is going to... I'm going to swing one more time at the -5. Ooh, but a 22 at the -5.
Yes.
Or, yeah, -5, not 4. -5, okay? And I do a whopping 9 points of damage as he hits you with it. Now, I made contact, which means you are bleeding now, correct? Or are you still in stamina?
I'm still in stamina. I haven't taken any damage.
All right, then I just hit you. You're not bleeding yet. That's I was hoping for some blood. Todd got a success. That boosts it by 1. We're at 3. That means you're 1 away from getting the first bonus, which takes us back to our cast outside. I'm going to pull everybody up on cam. Combat can be heard across the valley as people are yelling and screaming. It's about midday. There is still an overcast from the canopies of trees in this area. And as the combat happens, there's a moment of silence where you hear a really strong sound of wind blowing through the trees. And then you hear the sound of like chittering, almost like cicadas in the middle of winter. And that takes us to the other party. It starts with Regdir. Regdir, you know he's above you, tried to steal from you unsuccessfully. the noise and everything you just heard. You have the dwarf below you, your sister's with you. What would you like to do? And you all have 4 right now. The next one is 8 for the capture.
So cicadas should not be here right now.
You haven't heard of winter cicadas out here. They are here in the right season. It just shouldn't be right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds almost identical to them, and it is a lot of them. It's like walking to a pine forest in the middle of night during like mating season.
That's strange.
Sure is.
Survival or nature?
It would be, you could do in nature. Occult is more likely to get you the answer.
I'm not trained in occult.
You can give me nature, and I can give you details on how nature would work for this.
Yeah, I'll try in nature.
Okay.
But 15 on the die plus 7, 22.
22. There is no way any form of bug would be out in the right now 15 degree temperature -1 with wind chill.
Yeah.
Making that noise. There's no way, which means it is something supernatural. And it is, I will give you this, it's not coming from the Galaflin because it notices it as well. It's all bound up and it looks around looking for it. Its tongue hanging out as it's trying to pull the vines off of it, but it doesn't like it either. I will give you that with nature.
Georgia, head on a swivel. There's something else here.
Sure
I'm going to I honestly don't remember if I did this last session or not, but I'm gonna designate this creature as my prey.
You did. I have it marked.
Focus.
It was designated as your prey already. You already have done that.
This one, not the other one.
This Galaflin up here, yes. It was the last thing we did when it came over the ledge. I have it marked that it was as your prey right now.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot at it then.
Okay. Take a shot.
Let's see.
Would
First
you
time you hit your hunted prey in a round.
Yep, haven't hit it yet.
So,
and would you like to play the Stratagem DC card to raise the capture DC by 1? Since you all are trying to capture this one and not kill it. So if you get it up to 12...
raise it for capture to them. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. All right. That one is from, let's see, I think it's Serving Hands for that one, I think. I'll look it up. Well, go ahead and give me your roll and what you're doing.
What other cards do we have right now?
Nothing for combat, because I put none of them
combat.
in here for combat for this.
Got it. So I rolled, let's see.
There's no combat. Besides
22?
crit cards, there is no combat ones.
Okay, 22 to hit.
I did stack the deck. You're 100% fucking right. I sure did. What was that? I'm sorry, Drew.
22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely hit me. I'm held still.
It's going to be about 12 points of damage with my precision.
Now, I would like to remind you that Anna, pre-Christmas, did play a max crit card.
Well, I didn't crit it.
No. That's not how it works. This is a legendary.
Oh.
Turn a hit to a crit and do max damage.
It's just, well,
that would automatically give you 2 more on the capture chart, and you would do max damage to this creature. But it is a legendary. That is why I ask if you want to use it.
I don't know if I'm not trying to kill it. I'm going to leave that for either Kelly or Todd to play.
Okay. All right. Fair. So then give me your damage and what you got. I marked your 1 success towards everything.
12 points.
Okay.
It didn't crit, so fatal or cuss it doesn't happen. So yeah, 12 points.
All right. Would you like to do a purple victory point card to give you 2 more points towards this? You can only do it once per.
Yes,
thing.
I would.
All right, we'll use Anna's
that
for
I
that.
will do. Thanks,
and then
Anna.
The only thing we haven't done is a green card. You could blow a green card for a D4 extra damage if you would like, just like we do in all of our shows.
Yeah, let's.
I'll blow a green card for us. We'll use one of the survivals because we got plenty of those, and that one is a Serving Hands card. So give me one more D4, and I'll total this on here.
Yeah,
And just give me the new total.
Tiny D4 out of here. Oh, 3 more points.
So
So
what's total?
25 total.
All right. If you shoot this thing sitting still in a cage, literally shooting a goat in a cage. Yeah, goat in a cage. It's like fish in a barrel, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
That seems right.
totally.
My rage.
Yeah, right? Yeah, oh my god damn it. As you take the shot, teeth start to rain down on the ground. Unfortunately, when I take a critical, I need reflex saves from people who are near the impact of the teeth.
Okay.
So reflex from you. I'm going to roll a reflex for our wounded companion, who rolled a 3. Die.
That's a 21 for me.
You know what? You dive back with great success. It's not quite
there-
critical.
Okay. There's no way I could grab him and assist him.
If you're willing to share the damage, I'll let that happen. With an athletics roll.
Yeah, we're trying to keep him alive. I'll do that.
All right. Give me your athletics. So kind of you to share that. As I get my D6s out.
15.
Oh no. No.
If you haven't seen this, this is one of our mock-ups from last season.
It's so cool.
Yeah. What did you get, buddy?
For the athletics check, a 15 to pull him along.
Unfortunately, I would have to ask you if you're comfortable with that. You all right with it?
I mean, I tried. If it doesn't get him, then I just dive out of the way, right?
No, you still take damage. That's part of the sacrifice.
I could probably. Well, I rolled a 10 on the
Patch it?
die, so I could probably roll better.
I mean,
Um,
maybe 50%
yeah,
likely.
We're trying to. Yeah, I'll patch it.
There's
I'll
only
use my
200
patch.
dwarves. You guys have a habit of killing dwarves. We're not gonna have 200 dwarves anymore. You're gonna be extinct soon. You're gonna be like the dodo
Fair
bird.
Okay.
Cicada's a
That's
winner,
20.
not a real thing.
That's a 16 on the die, so 21 athletics to
Okay.
get him out of the way.
Okay. So half damage for the two of you.
Okay.
12. I rolled 5 dice. Ready? 12, 13, 14, 15.
Love it.
I
So
rolled
7
2
points.
6s and all 1s. So 7 points. He falls unconscious.
Okay.
So dwarf down, but you did save him from death. Georgia, you see the explosion of shrapnel and teeth and snow blows everywhere. Do you have any actions left, Drew, after saving him? You shot,
Perception, shot,
you're out.
or nature, shot, and
Pulled him
use
out.
one to pull him. So
All
yeah,
right,
I'm done.
that goes to me.
Sorry, real quick. Where am I on the map now? If I got out of that square.
You can move 5 foot away with him. I'll move him with you. So wherever you want to go, and I'll move him with you. Where do you want to go? 5 foot away from where you were. Any direction.
What was the like this? He was directly above us, right?
Yeah, I just don't have him lapped over top because it does this.
Got it.
So anywhere
I'll
from
say
your
we-
square.
I'll say we dove south on the map, so we're still under the tree to get cover.
Move yourself. And then where do you want him around you?
You're
You're going to be in the blast radius. The blast radius is where he was 5 foot around. You need to not be around that.
Got it.
You need to go a square away from where you are.
Got it.
This would be.
So I'll be.
Down there would be safe. Yeah, if you want to hug the wall.
This,
Yeah, I'll keep him.
This isn't on the screen though.
I know, I'm moving it.
Yeah, that's fine. I was trying to keep cover from the or with the tree, but yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, no cover from the tree. I'm tied up right now. Which brings it to me. I'm gonna try to break out of this nonsense. What's my DC for me to break out of this one? Allie?
19. Sorry, I was muted.
All right, 19. Let's see what we got. I got an actual 20 on the die.
I heard natural 20. I made
You
the
hear,
horns,
like,
and then I was like,
you hear
wait,
some, like,
no.
Wait a minute.
weird grinding as he slides through it instead of pulling it apart. And I, instead of diving after you, I am gonna jump let's see here. I can jump 30 foot. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I am gonna jump from the tree as snow and everything flies out from around me, and I am going to leap from the center trunk of the tree at you. As it leaps through the air, it looks like a solid center mass, but like the legs and arm almost like flap in the wind. As the mouth distends open and it vomits teeth out in a line as it travels over top of you. I need a reflex save from you. That is all 3 of my actions.
Okay. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is half damage.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 19 damage on this one. You take half. As it rains teeth down, there's just an explosion, almost like a strafing run from this creature. Georgia, it is your turn. It is next to you.
Okay, so as the thing is going way more on the offensive than Georgia had, I mean, she anticipated, but it is now directed towards her. She's going to go ahead and grab a bottle and again whisper some more Sylvan under her breath. She uncorks the bottle and there's going to be a powerful blast of pressurized water.
What? You got water attacks too? Look, I picked an element that I assume none of you would have in Ethauntia.
Hydraulic push, baby!
Ah, fine.
So that is going to bludgeon the target and knock it back. That's a ranged spell attack.
Okay. Okay.
Eric, real quick.
Yes.
So in this area, because we don't deal with the bleak very often, do we have clean water up here mostly?
There's a lot of ponds and lakes up here, yeah.
Okay.
That's why the
I
True
thought
Faith
so,
is
but I wasn't sure.
moving in.
That makes sense.
Yeah, right? Theocracy. Who knew?
9.
It's a spell that's about to become uncommon.
9 characters, Eric.
Not for a
I
druid.
forgot about the bugbears that Todd and I were playing when we were
Oh,
fucking
God.
ice pirates.
While Allie's doing her math, let me do a little...
Oh, no, I got it.
Drew and I were talking about how many characters he's played in Ethauntia, and he's randomly in the middle of this, like we are on a fucking date 10 weeks later, bringing up the fucking extra character he suddenly remembered in the middle of the show. God damn it, Drew. Allie, what do you got for me?
That's 18 to hit.
18 to hit with a spell attack.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you if you're comfortable with it.
Never.
Would you like to use the patch the bear gave you?
Yeah, I'm going to use Bear's Patch. That sounds
All right.
lovely. Okay, that's worth it. That is a 23 to hit.
Cool. That's
14
you definitely
plus
hit me.
9, go.
So as this jet of water hits me, I'm fucked. That bumps me to the bottom of the pool for initiative. Let me see here. 1, 2, and because he successfully did an attack against me, we go to phase 2. He is now cornered.
Oh wait, there's damage.
Well, I'll take the damage too. You want to hear this first, though. I am now cornered. I have a -2 to my AC for the rest of combat from your capture. So now I'm slowed by 10 foot. I have a -2 to my AC, and now I'm getting shot with a jet of water. What's the damage?
11.
Okay. I'm
Great
still
for
up.
something.
It is falling apart. It almost looks like glue when water hits
Okay.
it. It's starting to drip and the skin's falling off of it.
All right.
That wasn't a crit,
2
though.
Yeah, that was 2 actions. For my third, I'd like to go ahead and do an occult knowledge check.
Yeah, absolutely. You're point blank. Why not? What could go wrong?
That's not great. It's 15.
Would you like to
Mid.
re-roll that somehow? Do you have anything you can add? Would you like can You got a superstition stockpiled in there for occult goat creatures? Do you want a Frankhouse dilemma?
If you look a cryptid dead in the eye for longer than 3 seconds,
Okay.
whether it is dead or alive, it will find you.
Nah, you don't even need the second part. I think if you look a
Wow.
cryptid in the eyes for more than 3 seconds, it will find you.
Yeah,
All right, go ahead.
cool. Let's find out.
I know somebody else will use that one during the show.
18. I might be overly cocky there.
I will tell you that it is probably too dangerous for the two of you to be facing together.
Okay.
And you get one question. What would you like to know?
I want to know how they're made.
Oh. Well, Alia, it's just you and me here. It's not good, but I will let everybody else hear this too because it's disgusting. The way these are made is somebody who has committed a crime is fed to goats for food. And one of the goats birth the cryptid.
Oh.
So they are
Okay.
born goat with a human part. And their whole entire goal is just to re-become who they were. Or become human if they can't find themselves.
So, but that means they are like manually created. They're
They are
manufactured.
created. Yes, they're more of a mutant almost, like a mutant
Okay.
cryptid. Yeah.
Cool. Good to know.
Todd's face is like, no.
That's
Yeah.
probably the most disgusting moment I've had in Ethauntia in the last 2 decades.
You know, it's still
Well,
not
last
as bad as the
decade and a
crab
half.
babies.
You're welcome, everybody. That's why you're here. Drew's like, no.
Not even like choker transformations.
I
I guess those weren't gross. Those were mostly sad.
Those are just,
Yeah,
those were just
sad.
sad.
That was hang up our
Pure
hat for 50. That was put away our dice for 15 minutes and think about our life choices and maybe
Oh.
order an emotional damage pizza. That's what that was.
Absolutely.
Well,
Fucking
with that,
Kelly.
everybody, Allie, you got some information on it.
Wow.
I will say this: we're still talking about it.
It's true. It is true. I
You're not
also
wrong.
now get moved to the
Jesus.
bottom of the list for initiative because you hit me with water, so I'm now last in every round, just like I am over there. It lasts for X amount of time. I'm not going to say how long. I will shuffle back to my initiative at some point. With that, up in the top, we are kind of in the thick of it now. My AC has changed for the other dude, and one up here is trying to hit her with a pole. The one outside is trying to get itself free. Burke murdered the other person who probably was innocent and did nothing wrong. Name of the game, right? And then that would take us to Maria at the top of the list, then Burke, and then the goat creature, because I am last in initiative from getting hit with water.
Okay.
What would you like to do there, Maria?
So it
I feel
didn't
like I
bother.
deserve a beer after that description.
It didn't bother. It didn't try getting up.
No, he's fighting from the ground
Okay.
with a tent
then-
pole.
All right. I'm going to use an action to raise my shield,
Okay.
my buckler. And then since it's still prone on the ground for right now, I'm going to try and attack it again.
Mm-hmm. It moves really well on the ground, almost like it doesn't need its legs.
Okay. That's a 25 to hit.
That hits me.
Okay.
Not a crit, but a hit.
That will be... That's only 5 points of damage, but it takes the weakness again.
Mm-hmm. So I'm still at the bottom of the list. I take a little bit more damage from it.
As
Okay.
more water just kind of slings off of it.
Yep.
And
Same thing.
then-
It's like that melting glue. Like it's just can't. It's having a hard time holding itself together.
So it's actually made out of horse hooves.
It's not...
It's actually kind of what it looks like. Yeah, it's-
Oh, that's gross.
Goat hooves.
I'm gonna use my last action to try and attack it again.
All right, go ahead.
-5.
This will up your guys' thing by 1, which means you have the first one for kill. That means that each of you, oh, sorry, you're on kill command. I lose an action for
Okay.
a turn.
That was a 19 to hit.
That hit does not hit me.
19 does not hit you while you're on the ground.
Does not hit me. I don't have any penalties for fighting from the ground.
Okay. Then that's it.
All right. You are now at 4. We're going into 8. I have a -1 action for the rest of this turn, so that fucking sucks for me. Getting away will be harder. I don't get to go. Burke, you do, because I got hit with water. Burke, what do you want to do?
So which one is tripped?
The only thing on the ground is this guy.
Oh, that guy's in. Okay.
This guy's tied up and alive. This guy is either dead or unconscious from you shooting your ricocheting firebolt.
Okay. I'm going to go defensive now. I'm going to create some armor around me, my little
Okay.
floating metal bits.
Is there anything for casting within melee range? Oh no, I can't attack. No. I'm tied up. I lied. It doesn't matter.
Technically not a caster.
Technically,
I make an armor for myself, and a shield appears on my arm.
Okay.
And then I'm going to raise the shield. Second action. And as the third, an item. Now let me just use my random select thing. Whoop. And hand axe appears in my hand, made of metal, and I throw it at the guy.
Oh. Okay.
The goat guy.
Yep.
Up here.
I'd like to remind everybody at the end of this turn, when we start mine, horror goes to a 3. So 2s and 3s are treated as 1s. You can still succeed, but they are treated as 1s.
Okay.
All right. This is. Oh no. Oops. I'm opening programs.
3 ice snowballs.
Tab over. So I get a 26 to hit with this.
That hits me.
axe.
That hits me.
Okay. And
No crit, but it does hit. How much damage?
that will be, because I couldn't do 2 actions for it, so it's not as much. 9 slashing damage.
No water, though, right?
No water. Can't
Okay.
make water. Sorry.
Okay.
I purposely chose not to do water with this guy.
Anything else?
Ethauntia. No, that's my 3 actions. So make armor, raise a shield, throw an axe.
My
The axe
turn.
disintegrates into rust when it hits him. After it hits him.
My turn. As the sound of the cicadas get louder and closer, a shadow falls over the valley. It's not tides. There's nothing flowing through. It is literally blotting out the sun. And instead of snow falling, there are bits and pieces of ash and embers falling down. Above you, there is a shadow of a creature that flies by quickly. You can't see through the canopy, but the 2 people in the valley, I need to know what your passive perceptions are and if you are quick enough to catch a glimpse. You are welcome to use a passive focus card if you would like to give you a +5 to your passive. Or sorry, 2. 2 plus 2, not 5. What am I saying? Wrong game. +2.
Yeah, I'll use one. My passive's a 19, so that's a 21.
Okay, so 21 for you. What about Georgia?
My passive is a 21, so I'm good.
Do you want to use the +2?
Oh, sure.
Might as well. So Star Drew and
Michael Jordan.
Serving Hands.
Michael
The
Jordan.
2 of you, I'm going to share a handout to you
Okay.
that of what you see fly by. And then I'm going to start with the goat while you guys are able to look over it. I am going to swing. How do I want to do this? I'm going to swing the tent pole again. Does a 24 hit you? That was a really good roll for me.
Who
For
are you
Maria.
attacking?
Maria.
Yes, that hits.
I hit for 6 points of damage. 6 points of damage. I use an action to stand up, and I am out of actions, unfortunately, because you guys have done the 1 minus action.
Okay, hold on. Is that a... Heading up is a move action?
It is a move action for me. That is still true.
Okay, then I get an attack of opportunity with Implement's Interruption.
Okay.
Ah!
So as it hits me with the tent pole and I eat it, but as it gets up, I lash out with the gibbering mouther whip again.
I don't like any of what you're telling me.
I mean, I'm gonna use a patch.
Okay.
And I'm glad I did. That was a 21 to hit. I still don't know if that's gonna
That hits me.
hit or not.
Nope, that hits me.
Okay. Then that's gonna be.
You have that crit card too.
You do have a max
if
crit
you
card
need
if
it.
you would like to get yourself out of the situation. That is true. It's a legendary card.
Well, but the crit, I would prefer the crit to go to someone who has more damage dice. And I
That's
also
fair.
rolled max on my whip, so that is 9 points of slashing damage plus the weakness again.
How many was that?
9 points plus the weakness again.
I am barely holding myself together. Teeth are leaking all over the floor.
What a
That is
sentence.
not. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Teeth are leaking all over the floor. Todd, I'm right there with you. Fuck me running.
This is kind of, yeah, it's not great.
No blood. Technically speaking,
we don't
this
need
could
it.
be PG-13.
Fuck
don't
off.
need it.
We don't need blood in this. It's leaking teeth.
Teeth.
It is. It's
Eh.
teeth.
Where's this handout you supposedly shared with us?
It's
I
there.
want to know what I'm looking at.
You should be able to see it.
I also.
Oh,
don't see it.
bottom. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought.
Let the
it was.
audience see it.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Is that the scale with the trees?
Maybe.
Great.
It's pretty high up.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Okay.
Okay. So with that, I am still alive. I am not looking good. Fuck you for being able to hit me again. And that takes us to the top of the siblings tree. Regder, what would you like to do? As that flies over top.
30 feet away. I'm going to draw as I move. It's
Okay.
funny that that's what we saw, because this is my...
I know.
No. Damn it.
Thank you for the cryptic cards played earlier today, everybody.
Damn it. Why can I not... Oh, here we go.
I don't know what you're trying to do. I
Nope.
can't help you.
I'm trying to move my... Here we go.
If it's
couldn't move my
if it's
character for some
underneath
reason.
one of the sides or too low, there's basically like an invisible frame
Yeah.
that you can't click. You just got to move the map. You can also click down in the center on the wheel to move the map at any given time, no matter what your left and right selection tools are on your mouse, because you can change those. You can just click down on the wheel and drag the map around, just like you were in like a art program.
Got it. So I am going to...
Come on, man.
He runs up towards the one next to his sister,
Mm-hmm.
and he pulls out this bundle on the way, and he gets within 30 feet, 5, 10, 50, he's 20 feet away, and
Okay.
he will chuck this at the goat.
Is this the Tiger Ray trap? The Tiger Ray moth
It
trap?
is. It's the,
All
the
right.
snaring cocoon. Reflex
All right.
save equals 10 plus craft skill plus 3, so it's a 19 is the
I
reflex save.
critically fail.
Okay, you are slow 2 and restrained.
God damn it, too.
Bam.
Slow 2
Rip.
and restrained.
If you crit fail, that is what's
This guy
going
tried
on.
to climb out of a tree to get away, and now he's just captured all over again. Is there any other actions for you, or is that it?
No, that was it. It takes through. Jesus, it takes 2 to throw
Should
that.
throw it.
So,
Hey, man,
Yep.
perfect timing. I would love to go, but again, I got hit with water. Allie, what would Georgia like to do?
So Georgia is going to go ahead and uncork another one of the vials that she has, and kind of spit a little bit onto it. I do a
Like
lot
you're
of
at a
fire
baseball
shit,
game?
so I'm going with it. Yeah, and I'm gonna break this thing on our little goat baby as I'm casting pine tar. Sorry, tar fire.
Okay.
So let's tar fire. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. That's how it feels.
We're not doing awesome here.
Now, I'd like to point
That
out
is-
right now we are 4. We are into 8. I'm at -2 to my AC. And
We are at 8?
we're at 8 already. So this puts us 2 into it because I critically failed my save for his thing. That puts us 2 into our 12 that we need. We get 2 more. We cap, and I roll to be captured.
Hell yeah. Let's fucking go. Okay, math time is difficult. That is only a 15
To hit?
to hit.
I mean, are you okay with it?
No.
Would you like to lean back into the same superstition to make it permanent?
To lean back into.
It sure fucking is. 50 teeth points.
50 teeth points. Beautiful. I'm going to instead. I'll use my patch.
There is another option. There's always a Frankhouse dilemma.
Patch. Let's
All
go.
right,
Okay,
fine.
I rolled it. That's
Fine.
better.
You guys can't hear Drew yelling at her in the background, but it is amazing.
18 to hit.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Well, I am captured and I am in a -2 AC, and because of the -2 AC, I have an 18.
Okay.
So,
Beautiful.
what's the damage?
That's going to be 2d6 fire damage, and the fire deals 2d4 persistent damage.
Okay, give me your damage.
Love to hear this. Love to see it.
I don't. I'm really trying.
You know
Pretty
what?
great critical.
Use a Ethauntia
card,
dice
right?
instead.
Yeah, you could technically use the legendary critical card. We haven't used a gold card yet. You technically
Can that be
could
non-lethal?
use it.
Oh, absolutely not.
No.
I would say no.
No.
probably not
I
lethal, or
I
not
saved it for
lethal.
them for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
save it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's 5 points of damage.
Cool.
And then 2d4 persistent. You want me to roll that now?
No, that happens on. I think
their
it's
turn?
on your turn each round, or is it on my turn?
No,
Todd? My
I think it's your
creature's
turn
turn.
each
Yeah,
round.
my turn. So yeah, go ahead. It's my turn.
Yep.
You fucking piece of shit spell.
5 more damage.
Okay. He is burning up inside. The trap it's pinned and stuck. It like raises its face up, and like half the mare's face is like slid down from the water damage. The eye is like down here. You can see inside of like the goat skull socket, and you can tell like the flesh is just pressed over a goat skull, like pinned in place. But I may be captured, but I have a reach attack.
You
Should've
can't
moved.
attack.
Oh,
Because I'm
Wait,
restrained, I can't attack. You are correct. I
can
will
only use
Yeah, and I
escape
have
or
one
force
try to
open
escape
bonds.
it.
action.
What is my DC?
That was
The DC was 19, but I forgot it's written in here when set as a capture snare stratagem, because we're capturing, increase the final DC to escape by 3, so it's a 22.
No, that's final. That's the very final DC that I roll if you guys hit the cap.
Oh, gotcha. My
But
bad.
Allie, you're right. You have another action. I apologize. What do
Yeah.
you want to do?
which is just moving.
Yeah, move the fuck away.
from it.
Yeah, I hear you. Move your distance you want to move. I will try to break it on my first attempt. Failed. Break it on my second attempt. Failed. On my third attempt, I might as well try. Nope. It's just struggling in this fucking prison right now. If I hit you with my tongue, I do so much fun damage.
Is it though?
Persistent?
Is it fun?
It is
No,
persistent.
I'm still alive from the persistent damage. I'm guaranteeing that. But go ahead. What
That-
is it?
For future reference, persistence at the end of the turn when you take the damage and then you do the flat check. You don't take it right away.
I take it at the end of my turn.
Right.
Yeah, so I still get an action. Is the point?
You still do, yeah.
Yeah, but I failed the flat check. That's what I was saying.
In case it had like dropped you before you got.
I love that they added that because a lot of times persistent damage would kill a monster before it got to do its like big hurrah. I don't really care about players. You can take it right away. What's a persistent, Allie?
Oh, that was
I
still
don't
5.
really care about players.
How much?
Heard it here first.
5 damage.
5. Okay. Oh, that's what I marked. All right. All right. Well, I am out of actions for this creature. I tried to get free, but it takes us to the end of both turns. Fire rains down the area. Little spots in the snow start to melt, and the chittering goes silent from the cicadas.
That's almost worse.
As the silence hits,
Silence in a forest? Yes, it is.
as the silence hits for the cast, I'm going to put something on screen. To the south, you can see it just over top of the tree. As its wings wrap around the tree in front of it and ignite it on fire. Put it on screen for the rest of the audience to see it as well. This large creature with like feathery antenna and burning moth-like wings are embracing the tree and igniting it. And as it flaps its wings, fire blows 100 foot out from its location, igniting anything that is even semi-combustible, even frozen, on fire. Now, down in the valley, I just need reflex saves from you two. It's actually not a very high. You're looking for a 15. Because it covers a huge area. Up in the area that's treed on the plateau is going to be a different situation. What'd you get, Rick?
18.
Okay. Allie? You're muted.
You're muted.
I got a 28.
Cool.
Oh. crit
Your
success.
dwarf companion got a natural 20. That motherfucker crawls up against that wall as far as he fucking can as the fire shoots out, trying to stay alive. Californians panic, Nessie.
Wow.
Now, as we scroll to the north, as the fire shoots out, I need to measure if you are out of range. So, how many squares would it be for 100 foot?
20?
20.
So, to the south of you, there is a line of fire as the trees ignite. You all are currently outside of the fire. Can I get a D8 roll from the audience from the direction that the wind is blowing? One starts north to see which direction this fire is going to spread, and if Maria and Burke are safe where they are, and they just have to find a way around the wall of fire, or if that wall of fire is going to spread towards them in the middle of combat. This also pertains to trying to bring the monster for parts, trying to get maybe one of the survivors out, even though Todd's character
Okay,
shot
it's
them
going
all
towards
North.
us.
directly north. All right. With that said, you see a wall of fire. You see trees. The snow starts to melt. Water starts to melt. You do see the Glawful when the water starts to melt. Just try its best to stay inside the tent. And that takes us to Maria and Burke. You guys are in a crummy situation at best. What would you two like to do? And you can see the silhouette of that creature in the distance was just fucking a wall of fire in front of you.
Great.
I really should put a fire option for the background. I never thought about that for the show. The closest I got summer, which is dandelions. I have sun. Here we go. There's a little fiery motif. We'll go with that.
I'm gonna attack this thing again.
I mean, there's no reason not to,
Single-
right?
Single-minded.
Get it done. Lawful smart.
Get it done.
Wow, that's a shirt.
18... 27 to hit?
Oh, yeah, that hits me.
Okay.
Not a crit, though.
Well, it still takes the weakness damage.
Yep. Which might be enough. I'm pretty fucked up.
So that's going to be 7 points of slashing, and then the weakness on top of
With
it.
the extra damage, it melts into just teeth covering the ground in here. Just goo substance, a goat skull, a human hand, and two, like, lower legs of a goat for the hind legs. Just on top of a pile of teeth.
Okay.
2 actions left, right?
Yeah.
What could go wrong? This music's perfect for this. Thank you, White Bat. There are 2 people outside. They look unconscious. You can still see them out of the corner of your eye. Burke has got a shield now as well, made of like a mechanical gear.
Okay.
And a wall of fire.
And a wall of fire.
I don't really have a good way to draw fire on this map yet. Coming, though, in an alchemy table near you.
This one's near me.
And here, I know what I can do.
I
To
was gonna ask,
represent the fire. Hold on here.
I guess I'll go over to Burke as like a move action and then see if these 2 things are alive. Or the 2 things, the 2 people, if they're alive or not.
Sure. Yeah, you can definitely do that. Give me a medicine check. Which one do you want to start with?
I guess the one right in front of me, I'm probably going to fail this. Oh, look, I failed because I got an 8.
Looks dead to you.
Cool. All right. So then that was my 3rd action, and I turn to Burke, and I'm like, if they're dead, we need to go.
Fire's incoming. I can't deal with that much flame all at once.
Might be able to make a path through it. Maybe. Burke, what would you like to do? It's your turn. I'm dead.
The only way forward is through.
I mean, you could run down this side and try to meet up with a group somewhere else, which would just take us into exploration and trying to meet up somewhere. But you do see the silhouette of that creature on the other side of the valley. For those in the audience who might have missed it, and I will add it now to both of the other players. Here you go. It looks like a DS. Does that pull it up for you guys when I click it?
Yep.
Cool.
Good for me.
I'll bring us back to the full group.
Yep.
What do we want to do? We're not on combat by them yet, unfortunately.
Right.
I mean, if it's coming at us, my first thought would be to run from it and hope it dissipates.
It is burning towards us.
I don't see a way to go around it. It's everywhere.
It is everywhere. It is like an expanding forest fire. In the middle of fucking winter.
I'm gonna say, are we running? It's like,
I said, yeah, I said if they're dead, then we need to leave.
all right, then I will start moving.
Okay. So you start moving. When you move by Burke, I'll say you use one action. Before you move your other 2, you see the one guy still start to wiggle, trying to get free to the south out of those 2 as the fire is moving.
These are the ones that
This
Like, did that
one never
weird-
attacked you. Here.
Oh, whoops.
The one to the south did. And then a
That's the
piece
one
of
that's moving.
skin separated and went back into the tent, and it stopped attacking. But he is moving right now.
Marionette bullshit.
And no one has been in the tent yet, just to be clear. Neither you or Maria have been in the tent yet.
Yeah, I feel like I don't want to go in the tent between all the teeth and now the fire.
Yeah.
Coming towards us.
The tent was never invited.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? I'm I'm sure we're losing out. Nora would be pissed because we're, that's vital clues.
Information,
but,
yeah.
If you guys would like to
I'm
make
just
passive
away from this fire.
perceptions as a, if you like to make perception checks as an action, I'll let you use the passive focus card, give you +2 to kind of take in the scene. If you if you guys want to make a roll before I go back to the siblings.
I'm burning an action doing that. Raising a shield against a wall of fire ain't gonna do shit, so I don't need that
Right.
action for that.
All right.
Or
Or survival. I will allow survival as well.
Oh, that might be better for me.
Because it's kind of like, how do we get out of a forest fire in the middle of a fucking frost mountain? We never
6
do
of one,
shit.
half dozen of the other.
Which would you like to use?
Perception.
Perception. All right. We'll use serving hands.
Not
passive
bad.
focus.
Almost as high as possible. I got a 24.
Okay, is that with the +2?
26.
Okay, and then Maria, what would you like to do?
I already used all my actions.
Oh, okay, so we're just going to use serving hands bonus then. I won't use the other one. So Todd, what I can tell you is there, if you look south, back the way you came, there is an area that looks like there might be a gap where there's some old remains of a building. Like just some like stone area. Like it's not in good shape, but it'd be the safest place to pass through because it wouldn't be on fire. And then to the north, if you were to follow along the cliff edge, you do see a bridge up the way made of stone.
Which direction?
So either northeast or southwest the way you came. Northeast is the bridge, probably the least likely thing the bridge. Southwest is going to be a little more difficult. It's just like you can see 2 pillars of like an archway to what must have been a building at one point.
I would. That would keep us closer to our companions. I think maybe
It would be more dangerous. I will tell you the DC will be harder. But that's a choice. It's up to you all. You can talk to Maria. I'll give it to you because I'm going to go back to combat to the other 2 in a minute.
I will point that out. That I will say it's like there may be a way to shelter there and one there. That one looks better, but we'd be farther from them.
I'm more concerned about us being farther away from base, so we might want to head back.
I mean, you're talking a
Southwest
distance of
anyway.
like quarter mile. We're not talking like miles.
Oh, okay. If that's the case, then that's what Maria would say. It's only a quarter of a mile. If that gets us to safety, we can wait it out.
Yeah, the bridge will be safer. The other one is closer distance, but it is going to be more dangerous. I will also remind that we are in unexplored territory. Overall, this is like a poacher hunting area. Not a lot of people exist out here, so anything you find is going to be old shelter. It's not going to be things made by Moldavians.
Right.
Just as a heads up for the 2 of you for historical accuracy and lore accuracy. So which way are we going? Bridge or a ruined building to get through?
I'd say let's risk the ruined building.
Okay.
Well, with that, I'm going to take us to the 2 siblings. And the fact they have one captured. Georgia, Burke, you got one. It is currently captured. You see a wall of fire that has appeared between you and where your companions are. We have not finished the capture. We are 1 point away. How would you 2 like to finish this between the 2 of you to get that 1 point to finish the capture to bring it back home alive? Also, I will remind you this does get us into the bulk section. Bulk is weight in Pathfinder 2, for those who don't know, to bring this thing home. Unless you're going to field strip it here, which I would like to say today during the show, one of the new cards got played where you get masterwork tools for field stripping a monster.
Neat.
I would say probably one of the dwarves have it on it because all these people who are here, they're fucking poachers.
Mm-hmm. Figured.
Mm.
What would you like to do? How do you want to finish this off? The 1 point you need.
So could I suggest something, Drew?
Do it.
And you guys are in
Okay.
character. What do you want to do?
All right. So my thought is,
This
I
doesn't
feel like
sound like the
would,
Georgia I know. This isn't. There's no Georgia accent here. What the fuck's going on?
She ends up sounding super Midwest.
Yeah, I
I don't
noticed
know
that.
how-
Yeah, and you live like nowhere in the Midwest. I'm in the Midwest.
I know. I know.
Come on, get that Georgia Midwest action.
So Georgia sees some debris, steps out of the way, and goes, "Oh," and she's gonna call over. Cheese and crackers.
Oh God! Oh crap!
You almost got me there. Well, no, watch out for the snow.
Regner,
Dear. God damn.
quick, while that thing's restrained, and she wants to try and do like a nature survival check.
The creature
On this
or
thing.
the thing
Mhm.
fucking here that's not left?
I want to do one on the thing fucking there, but
That's
first things
occult.
first.
That's an occult room.
I mean, we know what that
Well,
thing is.
But first things first, yes.
God, you dumb.
I would say nature or survival to figure out like just the best way to restrain this thing in a way where it won't necessarily harm it, especially with the skin kind of pulling away.
Sure, yeah,
You
that's
wouldn't
fair.
want to,
Yeah.
So I don't know if you
Got-
would want to do that.
Nature, your what's your nature bonus?
My nature bonus is a +9.
So, since water seems to be affecting it, having underneath the fire and the melting snow is probably a bad idea. Pulling it, like moving the trap outside of the watered area is probably the best idea. Keeping it trapped and maybe even wrapping it in some form of fabric, something to like soak the liquid up in the area as the snow is melting.
Okay.
A blanket for camping, a bedroll, something like that.
Okay.
Georgia, I think our best bet is to just knock it the fuck out.
Well,
Then we
that's
can
very
build a
fair.
sled and take it home if you want. But we're not moving this thing while it's still awake. It's not fucking happening.
And conscious or conscious, it doesn't matter to me. Just let's
Conscious
get
or
that
conscious?
thing
It's the
dry.
same thing.
Conscious or unconscious, unconscious or conscious, conscious.
How about this question? Dead or alive?
You captured it. Yeah, you
Alive.
could kill it.
Well, I mean, we've talked about this. Half the reason to capture it is because it's like you get to harvest more things from it.
Correct. I
So, like,
have
are
a special
do we-
rule intact for when you use a stratagem to capture, you get a bonus to the roll when you're carving.
And I
So
would
do
also
we
like
want
to
to?
argue that this thing has been like essentially poaching humans in the area and
Humans,
other
goats,
people. So
everything.
yeah. Look,
Well, I
either
mean,
way,
if that's your stance on it, I'll just shoot it in the fucking head.
No, okay. As long as we can dry it off a little bit, let's wrap it in something. I don't care if it's knocked out or not.
You didn't answer my question. Dead or alive?
Alive.
For fuck's sake. He walks up to it and just rifle butts it in the face.
Give me a roll. It's
That would
important.
put me here.
It's important because if you fail this, so you walk up, that's an action.
Yep.
Okay, striking, it's an action. It's important because I might get to go, and that is important.
It is my hunted prey. So that gives me +2 to hit? Let's see.
Ooh, at a cost. Thank you for that card. What you got?
+2. Hang on one second. Track. Probably make range attacks. Oh, got it. Okay.
And right now, because you're in the capture of 2, I would have a half move. I am cornered on a -2 DC. If you get it to 12, it's a +2 to the DC, plus the 2 DC card that you spent, plus the 2 DC from your trap. So the DC goes up by 6 if you knock it unconscious for my final rule. That's a lot. 6 in fucking Pathfinder is a lot for PF2.
So my hunter's edge says precision, but it doesn't say it needs to be a ranged attack. It's just when you're aiming.
Yeah, you can hit somebody and still
Okay.
do melee with it. That's correct.
Okay.
But it has to be precision. Just give me a roll to hit,
So
man.
am I-
Come on. I'm fucking held still.
No, I did. It's only a 12.
That's not good enough.
No, it's not.
Even hell, my AC's lower. That's not good enough. Would you like to lean into her superstition of looking a cryptid in the eye? Means that they
For
will
more than
find
3
you.
seconds?
Yeah, for more than 3 seconds means they'll find you.
Yeah, I
That
feel
makes it
like that's a
permanent.
good one.
I'm good with it, if you are. I know.
No, you can't look it in the eye for more than 3 seconds.
Direct eye contact.
Super easy for that to fucking happen when a cryptid frightens you. But you know what? We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Yep. A dozen eyes. I don't know what kind of monster would have a dozen eyes.
Doesn't exist.
God damn it.
Are you leaning in?
Yeah, I leaned in and I rolled another 5. Exact same fucking roll.
No.
Cool. You strike, it turns and stares at you. I am rolling to break free.
Actually, pushes up my glasses. I only used the one action to roll, so
Are you moving up there too to be an asshole?
no, I can do what I need to do from right where I am.
Okay.
I'd like to cast Tangle Vine.
I'm already stuck. Okay. All right. Roll.
That is going to be a 24 to hit.
Cool.
Cool.
You hit me.
Awesome. More vines.
I still have an action left. I'm going to hit it again.
-5.
Yep. I rolled an 18 on the dice. That's a 13 plus. This is a melee strike, so I'm using the rifle part of it.
Yep.
So it's a 7, so 19.
Okay. What did you get, Allie? 24, you said?
Wait, no, 20. I'm sorry, 20.
24.
So you hold it totally still, which is enough for him to finally hit me and knock me unconscious. When it slumps down in, the creature above bats its wings again. And the fire starts to expand north into the forest, and it rains ashes down in the middle of the valley again. I need reflex saves again from the both of you.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to roll one for the Glawful, but I can't move.
It's unconscious.
Yep. We do have a bunch of at a cost. If you feel like you need a bonus to a save, you can take a +2 to your save, but if it does fail,
I will take it.
All right. You're going to take it at a cost. What will that +2 give you?
15.
Okay. That means that you don't have to worry about being slowed. Allie, what'd you get?
I got a natural 1. And I think
Which
I'm out of
1,
patches.
2s, and 3s in horror are the same as a 1. But
Yep.
we're a 1. Okay, cool. I love to tell you, you can't do anything about that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yet.
No more superstitions.
I mean, you rolled a 1.
Yeah.
I don't
Eric.
think, are you allowed to re-roll a critical failure cast?
I believe so.
Todd,
Wasn't that a rule? Wasn't
is
that a
there
rule
anything
that we-
in
Yeah,
critical- Can you use? I
we use
didn't
stuff to reroll ones all the
I
time.
know that, but we're in core.
Oh.
Can you use a hero point to re-roll a 1?
Oh, yeah. That's
Okay,
the
Yeah.
that's all I wanted to
number
know.
one time you want to use it.
All right, Allie, what would you like to? Do you have a hero point? Oh wait, no. Do you have a new superstition?
Okay. I was about to be like, what do you mean no?
Hey, ready? You got 15 seconds.
Okay. If you let a tree burn completely to the ground, then there's going to be something that can birth from it.
I would like to say pine tree specifically, since you're circle the pine.
Yes.
Good one. All right. If you let a pine tree, so that means you need to put the pine tree out.
Yeah, I know.
If you
I realize what I've done.
a pine tree burn to the ground, something emerges from it.
Something can birth from it.
Emerge.
Can
That makes
birth.
that makes
Can
forest
birth.
fires.
Really dangerous.
that's
It's
fucking
forest fires
horrible.
are
It's
uncommon
more
up here.
about the it's more about the like
It's more about ensuring that the cryptid population stays at a certain level.
Can you
it's
please
part of
give me
the-
your reroll, you psychos?
yeah, no, it's more about like deliberately not doing anything if you see it happening. It's like the
That's fair.
intent
That's
of
fair.
human or humanoid.
Californians will get this. Today's
Okay,
cryptid
that's better.
danger level is moderate to high.
23. Michael Jordan.
All right.
Michael
It's not
Jordan.
a critical, but you both will take half.
Okay.
No, neither one was critical. The total damage is 14, so you take half, which is 7. As you
Okay.
get behind something, you see the Galafel ignite on fire. Ooh,
Okay.
sure. Well, that's our combat rounds. We are out of combat directly. This creature does not seem to be interested in combat up on the ledge. 2 of our party members begin to trek towards... You said you guys are doing the ruins, correct, Maria and Burke? Instead of the bridge?
Yes.
All right. So as you begin to trek towards that, the fire spreads and it blows towards you, meaning that you all have to kind of circle even further around to get through. The DC to get through the fire is an 18, which at level 3 is kind of tough. It's not impossible, but it is tough. As that fire is burning, you can see the outline of what looks like maybe an old mill or a lodge or something, and there is some stonework available to try to pass through. Meanwhile, the other 2, I'm assuming you're going to do something with the Galafel that's on fire and the burning tree, because a superstition was made, and that means that Allie needs to figure out how she's going to stop it from burning to the ground, or at least attempt to. I'm going to start with Burke and Maria trying to get themselves out of the situation they're in. As the fire is burning and you move south, the silhouette of that creature in the distance is just overcome by the burning fire, ash, and smoke. For every round that we are in here, not round, sorry, scene that we are in here, there will be a roll for sucking in smoke. Because it's fucking dangerous. If you have spells or something to help with that, or you want to be smart and wet cloth, I'll allow that kind of stuff, and they'll give you bonuses to your roll for smoke inhalation. But the first thing we're going to do is start with survival roll to get there. The difficulty to find this spot and navigate through the fire safely to get to this building is a difficulty of 16. Who is leading the survival roll, and who is assisting? So I'd like
Kelly,
to
if
show
you're
off this.
over a 5, I would like to assist you.
I'm at a 5.
Same. But I have a better chance to assist, so I think I will aid you.
Okay.
You make the main check? Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. Would you like a survival card to give you a bonus?
Yes,
All right.
please.
So we're going to use a survival card. We're going to use Nessie's survival card. Survival
what does it
cards
give me?
give you a, I believe it's a +2 to survival roll, +2 to travel rolls or survival rolls to not get lost, which is kind of what we're doing in the middle of this fire. So +2 to your roll.
Okay.
Looking for a
I got a
16.
16 without the aid.
All right. You get to the overgrown, now burning section of stone structure. The inside of it, while it is smoky, does not seem to be on fire. Getting through it is not hard. You get to choose athletics, acrobatics, or if you have some spell or something to make it easier, I will lower the DCs. Trying to go around the building, like through the fire, you're taking damage. I'm telling you up front, it is 6d6 fire damage. Inside the building, it is only 3d6 fire damage if you were to fail. The DC through the building is an 18. A DC outside the building is a 22. Passing through the building is a duo. How do you want to do it? Do you have any spells, any time, any preparations you want to do trying to get through the building? For the other 2 cast members, I would try to figure out how you want to move the Galafel, what you want to do, what you're going to do with the burning tree, and I don't know, the large moth creature lighting the entire mountain ablaze. We'll get into that later. Maria Burke, what do you want to do?
I have no idea why my sheet says that. I'm going to use athletics
Okay.
to try and get into the building or through the building. I think before I do that, though, I am gonna like take
Take
like a
some time.
handkerchief or something and wipe. Yeah.
Do you have water on you?
No, but I do have snow, and I have that glove that can do fire.
All right, there you go. You grab some snow, melt it, cover cloth, or you can do that for Burke as well.
Yeah.
I'll give you a +2 to your save versus inhalation.
Okay. And then I will do athletics.
All right, give me an athletics roll to go through.
Hell yes, I got 26.
All right, you get through this building. The inside of it definitely was a sawmill at one point in time. There's a large bandsaw that is there, boxes. As you make your way through this stone building, the inside is wood. If the fire does get to the inside, it is going to ignite. You get through to the other side, and outside of the fire, it's about 20 foot from the building you got to run. But you do it successfully. I do need a reflex save. You get a +2 to this roll to see if you take damage. Success means you take no damage at all.
Okay. That's a 24.
You're
With
100%
+2?
fine going through. You look back for Burke to merge through. Burke, she's given you a wet towel or piece of cloth to put over your face. How are you getting through this? What skill are you using?
I think I'm gonna have to brute force it with athletics.
Okay, athletics check it is.
Uh,
And for an 18.
yeah, I think I have it. It's, yeah, 21.
All right, successfully get through. No damage. You do come out the other side. The smoke is filling this room. Same thing I told her. You can tell it used to be a sawmill. What is your passive perception, Burke?
15.
15. Would you like to spend a focus card, a passive focus card, to have a higher check?
Sure.
Inside this, as you're going through, you can see the head of a creature mounted above on the doorway that is easily level 5 monster parts. Would you be stopping to take time to get it out? Can't tell what the head is offhand, but level 5 is high. Remember, our game only goes to 7 now.
The greed. I don't know if I want to take the time.
I don't know what kind of character Burke is.
But-
This is a test of character.
Well, he's been in survival mode for over a year. This is sort of second nature to him by now. To be dodging shit like this, especially a hostile environment, the way it's set up. I think if it's not going to put Maria in danger, I think he would try to grab it on the way through.
Okay.
Because he wants
you-
to start making things that last. His powers don't last.
Yeah.
He wants something, and he wants to, contribute to the party.
Now, you used
Hey, maybe if
athletics,
I...
which means you can't
liberate
use
this.
athletics to get it down in this skill challenge.
Oh, fun.
What would you like to use? Acrobatics?
Do
Do
you-
you have another smart way to do it? Spell? It's about 15 foot up across like a cross beam in the center of this mill on the way out.
Okay.
It's definitely not
Are-
humanoid.
Is there anything on it that is, what do you call it? Made of metal?
Yeah, actually,
probably-
there
it's-
is metal.
It's not. It's going to be heavier than light bulk, though, right?
Yes, it's heavy bulk.
Yeah, forget it. Okay. Guess I'll have to just use a skill. Is there a specific list, or do I just get creative?
Be creative. Just can't use athletics.
I'm going to use engineering lore to figure out how it is mounted
Okay.
and the quickest way to remove it.
That's fucking smart. I like that.
All right, that is a 16.
Are you happy with it?
it's a tweener. But I'm not going to re-roll
Do you have a patch?
the patch. No. I'm not going to spend a patch on this.
Would you like to use the purple crit card to upgrade a success to a crit?
Do we have more than one of those?
No.
No, then no.
All right, you are successful, but it is going to take time, which means I need a fortitude saving throw.
Fortitude.
You do have a +2 because it's for the smoke. Maria, he has not come out yet. He is taking his sweet ass Burke time.
22.
God damn. It would have been 9 points. You take 4.
It's actually just hung on 2 drywall screws.
Four
just have
points
it
of
flipped up and
damage
drop it off.
sucking in the smoke as you're struggling to get this piece down. And
you
you come
just
out with
rotate it on the nails and then pop it.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this is obviously mounted on a hook, line, sinker, two screw, corkscrew center mount, and you take it down like it's mass produced. As you bring it out, it is large. It's the size of your torso. And
These
it's
were
a
all the rage
skull,
in my day.
Which,
It's a
when he
skull.
runs out, Maria, the first thing you see is this like silver-covered skull with huge fucking horns off of it. And then you see Burke behind it carrying this fucking skull out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, so while he was in there putzing, you're like, oh, he's taking a long time. So what I was gonna do is I was gonna Ria's like watching to see if he's gonna come out. And so we mentioned she had the bandolier, and she had like 2 that were set. One of them's empty now with her 2 front teeth in it, or her 2 incisors. But she's got like 4 other ones, and they're full of like a reddish liquid. And she pulls one of those, and I drink a minor elixir of life to get some stamina back while I wait for him to come out.
Smart. With that, Burke comes out, and it takes us to the twins. No, you're not twins, right? You're just siblings. I keep saying twins.
Just siblings.
siblings.
but,
Just
yeah.
siblings. I don't mean to fuck
Just
that up.
Sibs.
Look, twins is one syllable.
We're
It's
out
fine.
of combat. Other than I will at the end of each round make you make a roll for the fire in the area until you get the fuck out of here.
Cool.
What do you want to do? This creature is still fanning the flames of this. He's basically just making a bonfire out of this pine tree. Pine tree.
Pine tree.
He's just fucking
Right.
bright
So,
red
Eric,
eyes looking down at you, which means immediately I need will saves before you do anything.
Okay.
God damn it. You're gonna be really fucking mad.
22.
I will remind you 3 through 1 is still considered a 1.
Yep, sure is.
What you got for me,
Look,
buddy?
I will willingly follow this thing. This is 10 out of 10.
Oh my god,
Great,
shit, just
buddy.
realized. Hold on, no one can see you. Hold on. Want to hold that up? I just realized what you're holding.
Aww.
Yeah. It's a little buddy. He's just a little guy. He's got a magnet so he can cocoon.
Are you fucking serious?
Be good. He's a good boy. He hides.
God damn it, Allie. Cool story, bro. What do you want to do? And what did you get on your roll there, buddy?
Well, I rolled a 3. But I'm going to lean into the whole pine tree superstition.
I mean, he is fanning a pine tree that is on fire. That is
But
very true.
I'm gonna alter it. Is there a way to take it?
Ooh.
Is there a way to make it more specific?
I mean, no, unless I think it's better.
I think this is how flame tiger moths are made. They burn down a pine tree and one births out of it.
I mean, that is a great superstition, actually, even though that's not how they're made. I have how they're made, but I will let you have that.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if you already have something, then I'll just
superstitions
dig into
aren't
the other one.
always correct, my friend.
That's
You
true.
take the win.
Okay. That's true. Okay.
Call it.
Maybe dire tiger moths?
Ooh, 4.
Tiger rays? Tiger ray moths?
Tiger.
I'm gonna tame one.
Tiger moth?
Ray. That is much better. That is a 28 will save. I rolled a 19.
Cool. Neither one of you critically succeed. And I am looking at the DC. And what did you get, Allie?
22.
Are you happy with that?
Let's go ahead and... Ooh, actually, yes. No, I'm happy with that. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. I'm saving cards.
This is not a time to save cards, Ellie.
Save the cards for our next set of characters.
Mm. Damn it.
You're
Okay.
It's
Fine.
a mind fuck.
Fine,
I rolled a
fine.
28 and did not get a crit fail.
Would you like a focus bonus to give you a
Oh,
plus
the
2
28.
to your roll?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
What color is that one?
They're greens. I got it. How many? So, hold on here. Let me go back. At a
greens,
cost
yes.
is what it's called. At a cost. We'll use serving hands, and we'll use sides. At a cost, that gives you plus 2 to your rolls. If you're successful, you're fine. If you fail, you lose an action.
I
turn.
hate it here. Okay, no, let's go. 24.
Okay. And what's
That
yours,
puts
Drew?
me at a 30.
I will tell you that 24 is the difficulty to not be frightened too. As it stares down at you, you can see not only like a flash of fire, not only burning this area you're in, but there's a flash of it burning like where you're from. Like your home, the lodge, the city around it, igniting it ablaze. And then it's gone. So you're not frightened too. But you
I
did
make
not-
sure I stop looking at its eyes.
You did not critically succeed, which makes it a frightened 1. And it is a cryptid, and that was longer than 3 seconds.
That's fine. I worship it now. Let's go.
And you both
God
take
damn it.
7 points of damage, which is like a
Okay.
mental stress damage. I'm going to ask
Okay.
you, what do you want to do? Are you going to grab the Galafo and run? You're going to grab the dwarf and run? What are you doing to get away from this area? You are frightened 1.
I feel like Burke and I made the right decision.
You sure did. Firewalls sound a lot better now, don't they? Yeah, for
Clarity.
clarity,
Learning tricks though for the future.
for clarity, just because I don't want you to. This is some of these rules have changed, and I don't want to fuck you over. For story time, frightened. Take a status penalty equal to the value to all checks and DCs. At the end of each of your turn, the value reduces by 1. So for the next 10 seconds, you are frightened 1. I feel like my transom
Okay.
window that I have here needs to be actually that picture instead of the tiger moth that's here.
Get the dwarf. I'm going to grab a hold of the bindings that are holding this thing together.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and...
You cinch it and like cocoons it shut. You fucking
Yep.
shoulder sling it. Now, it is carrying a person. So it's pretty heavy. But it is full of teeth. It is bulk 5.
Ooh.
Oof.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Traditionally, most people, when you're carrying a person, is between bulk 3 to 5, depending on the size, like roughly. The dwarf is
Okay.
a bulk 4 because it is a dwarf. Like a halfling is like a bulk 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let me tell you how hard it was to find the bulk of a human body.
I'm looking at it now. You mentioned it earlier. I was like, let me look this up just in case we need to know.
If you find something different in core, let me know because I'm looking at a site that is not updated to core.
Oh yeah, core. It's page 269. For player core. Small is generally 3, medium generally 6, but you can adjust that for you know.
I'm
being
sorry.
separate teeth and whatnot.
Then that is more. So that means that he should be a 7 because he's 1 block higher than a human because he's all
Okay.
teeth.
So normally, people's carrying capacity
Teeth are light.
is what? Oh,
5 plus strength.
plus strength mod.
Yeah.
You can be up to
Maximum is 10 plus strength.
For
10
encumbered.
plus, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So then you'd be encumbered, so it's clumsy 1 and a -10 to your speeds. but it can't bring you below 5 feet.
Correct.
Does that apply to dwarves?
I don't know. They have
would
to
have
have
to
that
have-
shit.
There is a specific feat for dwarves.
There
It's
sure
called
is.
Unburdened Iron.
Mhm.
That would let them just ignore speed
Ignore it.
penalties.
I clicked the
but-
wrong one. I'm sorry. I wonder else. So with that, everybody, I need you guys to figure out your bulk. As you
Okay.
gather the dwarf, you gather the goat creature. You sling it over your shoulder. You don't know which way Burke and them went, but you know that going back the way you came heads back to the outpost.
Mhm.
And you turn and look
kind of.
away from the creature. I need you to make a decision for me. You hear screaming in the background behind you of what seems to be people. It doesn't sound like it's close. It's probably a mile away, maybe a quarter mile. It's hard to tell through the valley, but there is the sound of people screaming as the fire is spreading.
Oh no.
Ahead of us to the north.
Yeah, it'd be to the north of you.
People
What
are fine. They can
would the
fend for
two of you
themselves.
like to do? If you take the dilemma to go at least look and see what's going on and make the venture there, I'll give you a hero point. It'll even transition between episodes. You can keep
One
it
hero
for
point or
one hero-
one each.
one hero point or get the fuck out of Dodge.
Get the fuck out of Dodge is my vote.
Would it be get the fuck out of Moldavia? I don't know. We need a new word for Dodge. I think about this every game.
How about get the fuck out of the fire? Since that's where
Yeah.
we're at right now.
Just go
that's
back
that's
into
The
the
Yeah.
thing
fire's
we're
not
getting
spreading
the fuck
towards
out
you.
of.
It's spreading north. You're fine. There's just a burning tree.
Go back into the frying pan. Get out of the fire.
Yeah, right. Would you
Eric,
save
with
people
my
for a hero point
perception,
or not?
with my passive of 19, do I know that this is
With the
not
plus-
either Maria or Burke?
With the I'll give you the +2 bonus from one of the cards. I would say with a +2 bonus from Trickster, yes, you know it's neither one of them. It is a sound of like people, probably a village or a camp or something like that. You do know
if it's a
people
camp,
hunt out
they're
here.
probably poachers then. Fuck them.
There are just hunters too, though. Poachers are different. People do hunt for food out here.
Yeah,
You know what? I
we
feel like I
haven't-
should I give you two a minute to discuss? Do you want a moment, or do you know what you want to do?
I'm all for leaving.
Okay.
Same.
Like getting out of the
and-
area of this. I do
Yeah.
have a question though. The tree that this moth is on is not the one that the goat jumped on that we were underneath, right?
Sure
it's up
is.
higher up on the...
No.
It is?
Yeah, he's grabbing the top of that tree, lighting it on fire. It went whoosh down like a flash fire,
Yeah.
and then he's fanning. It's a big ass tall tree. That's how the goat could jump to it. It's taller than the fucking cliff.
Shit.
Eric, real quick. One thing I would have liked to have done is I want to go ahead and use a Keeper's Eye to regain a spell slot.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yep.
How many you get back?
Let's
It's a
find out.
D6. Oh wait,
Yep.
audience, I need a D6.
Oh, okay.
We'll use Anna's. Get a D6 spell slots back. This is important
Okay.
actually, because
Yep.
that moves my cryptid, the thing that I have here, up again. I'm now at one more until it is full. I have
It'll be
multiple
full
clocks that I'm
eventually, so-
filling with these though. So we'll see what
Well
that would do. Yeah, you get 4 spell ranks back equivalent. You can
Okay,
split it up or
beautiful.
do one. All right.
Beautiful.
So you
yeah,
do
we
that, you
split
take a breath, or are you both running?
I'm gonna go ahead and throw another hydraulic push at the tree.
You're sticking around.
Well, and then
Hey, that's great. Will save.
I-
It makes eye contact with you again. These things are the size of saucers.
okay.
She's
You,
lost in no
but hey,
sauce.
that's cool though because you won't have the superstition effect because you are trying to put it out.
Okay.
Half dozen the other.
Okay. Give
Which
me
will
one
save.
second.
You spray it, the fire doesn't even douse. You realize it's a losing battle. But I will not give you the penalty of the superstition for doing that, which is good. Smart on you, because I was going to hit you with it as you were running. Very smart play. Very smart play.
I don't think it was. 18's not going to be high enough.
18 is not high enough. Would you like to do at a cost? Do you think that's going to be high enough to get you a success? I never said what the DC was. If not, you lose an action.
Nope.
The green card, use it.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, but you lose an action if you fail.
Let's go.
So what's I give you?
20.
Unfortunately, that is frightened too.
Okay.
As you run, Regder, you turn back. She is locked in eye-to-eye contact with this creature, frightened, and I'm going to take us to the other two. Hey, you guys are doing way better.
Yeah. So as Burke comes out, and I see that he's coughing a little bit, because I have 3 of them left.
You do?
I pull out another little flask of minor elixir of life, and I'm like, Burke, do you need a little bit of medicinal healing?
Now, for some audience clarity, hit point pools are divided between health and stamina. The first thing that gets hit is stamina. Think of it like a second version of temporary hit points. If you full rest, you get all your stamina back. Are both of you into health damage at this point?
I am not. I was very close, and that's why I took the elixir of life to get some stamina back, and so that's why I'm offering this to Burke.
Instead of using the elixir of stamina, what I would like to offer you, since you guys are not in the fire and you can take a breather, would you like to use emotional HP cards?
I'm only down a smidgen from when that thing tried to merge its hand with my face or whatever it was last week. So I am down
emotional
just a
HP
bit,
is,
but it's not a whole lot.
Emotional HP is 1 HP. And it's only for stamina and emotional damage kind of stuff. But if you want, we can spend emotional HP to heal your damage up. And we have quite a few of them. How many would you each need instead of wasting a magical potion that can heal health? And I'm just doing that because as a new rule, I don't want to fuck the GM. I don't want to fuck the players up.
Okay, so I was going to talk to you about this afterwards, but mine are alchemical because I've got the alchemist dedication.
Doesn't matter. Still will heal regular health.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You're one of the few classes that can.
Well, okay. Wow. But I probably don't advertise that. I probably don't advertise that very
Well, you
often.
can't sell them because when an alchemist makes the ones that they make every day, they can't sell them. They go away.
Right, but it's a formula that I can actually also craft.
Those are not the same.
They're not the same? Okay. Okay.
The allotment per day.
Okay,
I would allow,
yeah. Okay.
Emotional HP cards?
I'm down 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What about you, Burke?
I'm only down 6, but let Maria take them first.
We have plenty. So we're totally
a larger
fine.
pool to pull from.
Totally fine. Serving hands, Jake Bacon, Strength 24, KJ Dawson, Star Drew, and 1 Anna card are all used to heal you guys your stamina back to full. So you're not wasting a potion if you were to get health.
Okay.
Because once you're in health, that shit's hard to heal.
Right.
With that said, he is carrying some weird fucking skull made of silver. The horns on it are bone. But it's like a weird, it's almost like a oil sheened, weird looking bone. It's not normal. I don't know if you want to take the time to investigate it now. It is a bulk 6. Because it's the size of a human torso. And it is heavier than bone. Like human bone.
So how, like, where we're at with the building...
You guys are about a quarter mile southwest of where you were.
Okay. Do we have time to craft up, like, a makeshift, like, pole or something to drag it along?
If you guys want to take time, since we're not in combat rounds and you're outside the fire, if you want to get down into the valley because the fire is blowing northwest, you can take as much time as you want. You could build like a sled to pull it. If you do that, I'll say it'll take off half the bulk.
Okay.
Good call, though. Like, you basically want to make a pull behind sled, right?
Yeah, like just like a makeshift
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, like a gurney basically for the snow.
So,
It will be hard in deep snow though. You will have a hard time pulling it in some of the deeper shit unless you build it.
well, we can deal with that when we
Yeah.
come to it, right? So,
Yeah, you don't, and you do
Yes,
not see
take a
the
look.
siblings anywhere.
okay, so here we go. So I'm kind of like, well, that's very heavy, and I can't carry it safely with everything that I have on me right now. But I do have a small kit, and I pull out like a small artisan kit. Just make sure that I've got it on me.
Now I'm gonna offer something to the two of you.
Yes, I have artisan's tools. So I pull out the artisan's tools, and like I'm like, so I mean, we can make a sled or something while we're out here. And I think like Bert can tell, like as I keep looking to where the twins, like not the twins, the siblings should be.
Yeah,
meeting
northeast.
us.
Yeah, going back up.
Yeah. So I'm kind of like looking over there, and I'm like, I mean, we could make a sled, but kind of like make the sled, but also kind of waiting to see if they show up.
So we have a couple things we can do here. One, there is one merchant card left, and he could be traveling down this path. That's one. Two, we have blueprint cards. If you want to use an uncommon blueprint card, you can make one of them like a gurney for deep snow or a small pull behind for deep snow. And you know how to make it.
If the rest of the group is okay with
We have
that,
plenty of them. Just make a decision.
Now, with this pull behind,
Yes.
instead of me carrying it, what will that accomplish? Will it make it so that
It's
I'm not
two
encumbered
hands.
to carry?
You pull it with you. You can kind of drag it behind you like a wheelbarrow, like a pull behind wheelbarrow, but it'll cut the bulk in half, and you
cut
won't
the bulk
lose
in
speed.
half. Yeah.
Climbing and shit,
then-
obviously, you fucking would. But pulling it
Right, it's
behind you,
different.
it's made for deep snow. It's got like snow treads on it.
I think it's worth it because that way, during the winter at least, if something happens to one of us, if we've got the materials, then we can make it
Sure.
to carry one of us.
Yeah.
So
That is also true. And we don't know where the siblings are, so.
Right. So I mean, depending on what happens, we might need to make another one. I don't know.
Yeah. This makes one uncommon blueprint. And this would be something that's kind of uncommon.
Right.
So yeah, I'm fine with it. So all right, we'll do an uncommon blueprint. We're gonna use KJ Dawson's because it was her idea, and I will take some time to make it. So I'm gonna say you are sitting down, making this thing, getting it ready to go, giving your two companions time to get to you. Does that sound fair?
Yes.
All right. With that, I'm gonna go back to the new party members. Allie. Just you is who I'm worried about right now. You are locked in fear.
right.
Your brother has ran away from you. I'll turn the map back on so the audience can see it. And I feel like instead of the situation there, I feel like really the art should be up right now. What do you want to do? You have fear of 2.
Dude, honestly, I just want to fucking run.
Well, that's
Like-
one. You can run one move.
Yeah.
But the power of this creature, as I read it off, when a hold on here, I'm gonna get back to it. When a save is only successful, you can try to move. When a save is a failure, which is the fear 2, you are locked in its gaze until another save is made.
Okay.
So you can try to break the gaze. That
Let's
is
go.
a will save.
27.
27 will break it. You are currently at frightened 1. It goes down 1. You lose an action, and you can run.
Cool.
You are behind. Is your bulk allow you to run?
Like dash?
Like, are you overloaded carrying?
I am absolutely overloaded.
So you're
carrying this
trudging through the snow towards your brother. So the camera pans to your brother running with the big piece, and the other with the Galafel, and the other one is you carrying the dwarf. The dwarf is kind of trying to limp with you. You can tell one of his legs don't work. Between the two of you, you get around a bend away from line of sight. The frightened will
Okay.
go away.
Cool. Cool.
What is the plan for the two of you being out of the eyesight of this creature? The fire spreads, you hear the wind, but you don't hear the cicadas.
Can we get over here, Eric?
guess
Or
we
off
can.
map at this point. We're
Oh,
off
okay.
map. We're back into exploration mode and out of combat and out of map.
So what I wrote down is wrap the goat, keep him from dissolving, tie him to Medi, gag him so he doesn't wake up, and then see if we can roll craft to craft our snowshoes and any fallen branches to turn it into a makeshift sled of some sort, a la dog sled? Question mark. And then I need to heal. Wait, I might be okay. Nope, I'm not. Haha. So as soon as we're out of sight, I'd like to drink a health potion.
Are you into health or are you in stamina?
I would like to drink a health potion.
All right, well, drink yourself a health potion. That's
Cool.
bad. This is the first time we've been in a health situation. Audience, your
Yep.
cards are saving their ass, I would like to point out. I'm not... yeah, they can't
Yeah.
hear Kelly, but Kelly said thank you as well. I will say for the two siblings, what would you like to do? You're away from it. You're kind of in a nook. The dwarf looks up and he like fucking wipes his face off and sits down. His legs like fucking twisted, like a fucking Twizzler.
Oh, buddy.
Ugh.
And he's like, look, I'm not gonna make it back. In Dwarven, he says that. He's like, I was out here as a guide for some hunters. It didn't go well. They had the camp up on the other side of the hill. We did our best to be safe, but this creature's been hunting us for like a week. There's like 5 of them.
Of the goats?
Yes, of the goats.
Are you kidding me?
They got
Fuck's
to us the
sake.
first time. One of them peered into the tent like one of our guards, wearing his face. It looked weird, but I just woken up. I didn't realize it wasn't Henry. It was a mistake. We lost 2 of our men that night, and it all been downhill from there.
Well, first of all, you're going to be just fine.
He looks down at
go
his
ahead
leg. His foot's the wrong direction, like off trailing in the snow, like a shitty kite that's landed. Like it's not good.
Could I roll medicine to give him first aid?
You could give him first aid. He will need magical healing to fix this, or he needs rest. If you want to give him a potion, I will say that would straighten his leg in that really creepy fucking way that it's going to work.
Cool. Yeah, let's do it.
Give him a potion.
Is it that, or are we
1.
twisting the leg back as he drinks the potion?
I mean, it could be both. It's like blowing up a balloon. You couldn't tell what it was before, but once the potion's drank, it just back into the right fat, and you hear the
Yeah, it's
wet
fine. I don't wanna
bone
touch it.
connecting back
I don't want to
together.
touch that. I don't want to
And the
touch that.
skin grows over. How much do you heal him with that? It's your potion, your roll.
Yeah. Ethauntia dice came in clutch. 6 little hit points.
He's still wounded. He's not into the point to where he can get stamina back yet, though. But he is
Okay.
functioning. He could walk. He goes, I ain't seen magic like that in Moldavia for a long time. Look, I don't mean any ill, ma'am. And he looks to you and goes, but I work for poachers, and I know that symbol. And he points to your circle. I'm just a
Work for
guide.
him.
I'm just a guide. I ain't a poacher.
Well, you were
Yeah.
honest about it.
That
Y'all
doesn't
have to
mean
make our
anything.
living.
The last Circle of Pine member I met, I found out that I work for poachers. And he holds up his hand and he's missing fingers.
That's not
Right,
the hand
well-
that was holding things, right?
No, it's this hand.
Okay, good.
Well, maybe this time you'll learn your lesson and guide someone else.
Look, I gotta be able to provide for the family, and the only way I can do that is by this. Moldavia ain't got a lot of jobs for all of us. I was a hunter back in the day, but kind of fucking hard. And you don't use
Well-
guns out here if you can help it, because avalanches are horrifying.
Well, perhaps we can find you some work when we get back.
Well, I mean, I'm good with tracking creatures. I ain't ever seen anything like the thing that was over there. The fire was not normal. Nothing burns in winter like this. It's hard enough to start a campfire, let alone an entire forest. You look across, it is just spreading.
Yeah, you
Hey.
know how to drive a sled? A carriage?
I mean, you mean like pull goats and a sled?
Mhm.
Yeah, I can do that if it's needed. You got goats? Out of nowhere!
No, yeah.
Your goat walks around a corner
Yeah.
like you're eating one random out, eating like a fucking tin can, walking his way around the corner.
Well, yes, but
You gotta go. Holy shit! I ain't never been so
we
happy
happen
to
to have
see
an
those
acquaintance
motherfuckers
who
in my life.
dabbles in transport of traded goods. Can ask, maybe.
Look, I just want to get the hell out of this valley.
Mm-hmm. Yes, same.
Where are you from?
Moldavia.
That's a really good question for the two of you. I don't know where the two of you are originally from. So when someone asks you the question, where are you from? How would the siblings answer? Are you from the outpost already that quickly? Are you from one of the sisters? Are you from somewhere else in Ethauntia? Like, how do you answer that question?
I mean, we're both born in Moldavia.
Yeah, but which sister?
So,
where are you
middle
from in Moldavia? So if you click the
Which,
three sisters for, I'll put it on screen
yeah.
for the audience.
Because the
there's
little
a little
sister is
right.
the one whose mayor's face was on the.
Correct. So
Correct.
the west
Yeah.
is the sorry, I mixed those up. West is the youngest. East is the middle one. That should have been the middle sister. I apologize.
Okay,
So it was a
then I'd
middle
say we'd be
sister's
from
face.
from the youngest sisters then. So west.
So far west. So he would say you're deep in Moldavia. You're past tradition. You're out in the middle of nowhere. You're away from civilization. But we ain't traveling that far, are we? That's 2 weeks best.
No. Of course
No.
not.
we're
So
going
where are
back
you
to the
going?
lodge. We're going back to the lodge.
Wait, may I ask you where the hell the lodge is?
It's not that far. Don't worry.
It's by the lift.
By the lift. There's numerous lifts and gondolas out here. Can you be a little more specific than that?
It's about 8 hours out.
What? Yeah,
you guys
what's,
are
what's
days
the,
away from here. That's not true.
We're
Yeah, no,
days away
days.
now. Okay. Might be.
Mm-hmm. Maybe by like the magical town is how they would know it. Merrifield's a magical place. No one knows why the fuck it's here. It doesn't make any sense to anyone I am. Yeah, it's always on the move. It's a t-shirt.
So, well, there's a specific name for the lodge that we're at, though.
Yes, there is. There's a name for the outpost. And it is. It starts with the T. Tarnaven, yeah. That's what I was pulling up.
We're going back to
in
Tarnaven
Tarnaven?
Outpost.
Oh, you south of the plateau to the middle sister. Look, I'll be happy to travel with you back there. I work out of that location. If you are willing to bring me back there, I'll do what I can. I don't really know if I require work. I just
Well, you just said you require work to provide for your family.
I'll be honest, I don't want to work with Circle of the Pine. I don't really agree with their ethics. I agree with you saving me. I don't agree with the ethics of what they do.
My ethics are what saved you, bud.
Now, the ethics that saved me was carrying me. It has nothing to do with your belief that the trees speak and that the pines are sacred and all that shit. I lost my original job to the Circle of Druids because I worked at the fucking sawmill. So, I appreciate the help, and I would love to get home. But I can't work full-time with the Circle of Pine. Now, if you want to convince this guy, I will allow you a roll. If that's your goal.
Oh,
Hey,
I was
right
just
now he
trying to
is
be nice.
anti. I know you are. I know you are. He's not being mean to
actually-
you either. Look, dude, some people just don't like other people's jobs and vocations.
Could we go ahead and play a card here?
Yeah, shift attitude.
If you would like to use a shift attitude card, this is a prime time to use it. You want to use shift attitude?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to
Yep.
use serving hand shift attitude. It shifts at 1 from unfriendly to friendly.
Look, buddy. We understand you're a little shaken up after everything that just happened back there.
Like, mean
Maybe
the
you can
red
tell us a
saucer
little bit.
eyes that were staring at us that made me piss myself.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And
Well, I
your
mean, that
tumble?
or the fact that you almost turned into a fucking bomb and you got thrown off a cliff and she stopped you mid-flight. We could go back that far, too. I mean, it's only a few minutes, right?
Oh, you all right?
Well, Circle of the Pine saved your ass. Just saying,
me
if
a
you won't work,
diplomacy
we can
roll.
give you work.
Give me a diplomacy roll. One of you can aid the other. I think it needs to come from Allie's character.
Yeah.
Oh God, no, that's not a good idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't ask if it was a good idea.
Woof.
So Drew, aid is a 15 now. I'm gonna bring the rest of the cast up for this because I feel like it's gonna be necessary.
Oh no.
I do not aid.
Okay. No bonuses to you.
I have no bonus to it. I'm not trained in it.
I know, yeah. Hey, he's friendly right now.
I
I'm
only
sorry.
got a
I'm
12.
sorry. Unfriendly to neutral. It's neutral right now.
12.
That is not great.
No, it's not great.
Do you?
Let's go ahead and +2 it.
There's no +2. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's for saves.
No. You're
There's
right, it is for
only
saves.
superstitions or Frankhouse dilemmas for this. Or patch. An audience member has a patch.
Nope, doesn't look like it. I'm not seeing any patches, but
Cool. Would you superstition or do you want a dilemma? Or do you just gonna let it run? Means he's neutral. It's not a critical failure. Critical failure would have shifted him.
I feel like I've been making a lot of superstitions.
I
this
mean,
session.
one. You just doubled down, and then another one who somebody else doubled down.
Yeah, that's a lot. We doubled them. We had 2. Now we have 4.
Look. I just make the rules.
It's true.
Yeah, I've got a superstition.
Are you
If
serious?
a poacher,
Jesus
if a poacher gets separated from his hunting pack, then he becomes the poached.
That's
the
not
animals-
a superstition.
They
That's
know.
murder.
They know. The animals know. I mean, like, the animals will know what he did, and they'll
But
like
he's-
get aggro.
I know. I noticed
What?
that. I just noticed that it's you guys twice. It didn't
Oh,
switch.
wow.
Oh my God.
They fixed it.
Okay.
God, they really
Okay.
are.
That's
siblings.
hilarious.
That's funny.
I had to re-click them again.
Say, I want the boy.
I'm like, damn, just all of the fucking siblings. There's 4 of you. You didn't know
Just
that?
all of them.
So do you?
It's not superstition. It's
So let me
murder.
get this straight. If a poacher's left alone, the animals will find you. Is that the short version?
Yeah.
So you're basically gonna threaten him. Can I get an intimidation roll instead?
Yeah. Let's go.
Try an 8 on that. Nope. 7 again. God damn it. Do not aid.
That is a 17 -1 for a 16.
Please tell me the story that you tell this person with your success, not critical, but success, and how he will be found by the animals that he has poached as a Circle of Pine druid who's all anti-poacher. I'm super excited to see you hear this thing.
I knew a fella like you once. My
A
circle, we
dwarf?
tried to
Yeah,
take
he's,
him in.
he's right
and-
next to you.
Jesus Christ, I'm gonna leave you to the fucking wolves.
Whoa. That's not good.
Okay, so would you like our
I apologize. Continue your lesson, he says.
just saying, I knew a guy like you once who refused the favor from my circle based on our quote ethics. It was all well and good. We let him go his merry way, but the problem is the rest of his camp. They didn't bear so well during an ether storm. You know how it goes. So sad to say, he left our camp next day. Found him ripped to shreds by all sorts of animals. I don't care who your pack is, but you got to have someone out there these days.
I feel like you're threatening me.
No, it's not a threat. It's just a little story.
Yeah,
You can do what you'd wish.
that is what all people who say it's not a threat, it's just a story. And he looks to Regdur, he goes, look, bygones. I just want to survive. You get me out of here. You can talk more back at your outpost, okay? Is that fair enough? What I can tell you is if we go south, maybe, I don't know, 500 yards, there is a trail that will lead across the valley, and it is one that is way safer than walking down in here where you can be picked off. How's that as a compromise? I've heard this story a lot. It usually is a fucking veiled threat. So, I'm with you. But we take my path, we'll cut some time off. Now, I will tell you, if you take that path, and I'm talking to the wrong people again, if I take that path, he says that you're going to be up to the south, which means you may not run into Maria and Burke. No, I'm just telling you two that you may not see them.
Well,
I'm not too keen on leaving Orkpack behind.
I don't know who else is with you. I just saw the both of you.
all right, we've got 2 others with us. I say we go back the way we came so that they know the path that we most likely took.
We got about 5 miles, so we can't catch that path easily anymore. We will have to climb. It's 60 foot here. Down that way, it drops to about 30, he says. And he points further southwest, which is the direction that is back towards the outpost.
Well,
Can we go? And he like stands up and tests the like re-healed leg after a few moments.
Let the record show I'm not a fan of this.
Look, if you want to go try to find your friends, I say we walk it 4 miles southwest through the valley, and then we hightail it up the fucking cliff. Your friends are smart, and they went that way. They're waiting, right? You have a checkpoint that you're meeting back at? Did anyone mark a trail anywhere?
The trail that we're talking about taking back instead of whatever you're talking about.
Well,
They'll
let's
double back
walk
this
it
way.
until we hit the area we can't take mine anymore. I'm gonna cut almost a day off of our time.
All right, we'll try it.
So, walking back, Maria and Burke, you guys are putting everything together. You do start hearing snow crunching over top of the fire that has now moved deep into the forest on that plateau. And sure enough, you see the twins walking around. And as you hear that, there's another person walk with them. He's like, we ain't got much more time. If we don't go up here, we're going to miss it. Now, I'm assuming that Maria was smart enough to go along the area she marked
Yeah.
when you were separated.
Yes.
So you're south of that little camp area, and you're south of where you are, but you marked a whole trail back, and you were to where it opens up, and you're probably like a mile or two away from the wood that goes up into the wolf den
Okay.
for the group as an idea of where you all are. And sure enough, the rest of the camp shows up with this new dwarven companion. But you have not seen this guy. You have no idea who the fuck this is. At least Burke.
See them from afar, kind of give them the wave.
He goes, is that your friends?
And you see us
Hey.
with a sweet winter geared sled that we
Fucking
crafted
sled with
from
a
the
fucking
woods.
skull on it.
Yeah, I mean,
What the fuck
Like you
did you
do.
guys take down?
well, Burke can
Oh,
take the credit for this.
The skull off the wall. That's how we took it down.
Oh, it's mounted. Nice.
Mm.
All right.
Can
So
I
you've
get
been-
who is an expert in Arcana?
No,
No,
one,
but
but I'm an expert
no
in
one.
esoteric lore.
So you can give me your bullshit roll.
Okay. I mean, my bullshit lore got me a 1. So I'm gonna
idea.
come up with a superstition.
Oh,
God.
can't be the
If
one we
it's-
already have.
No, if it's applicable.
See?
The dwarf finds another dwarf in the wilderness. They have to compare lineages to see if they're compatible for
Do they make a sound?
So
procreation, so they can make more.
so wow. Okay. What I was gonna
Please don't.
what I was going to say
Great lore.
is when Aleshi finds a skull. No. My actual one is mark
How many
yourself
tieflings?
with the blood of a cryptid to mask you from it.
Okay.
So like I take some of the like dried blood off of my whip, and I think like as we're doing this and we're waiting, like I hear the crunching, and I like take it and I do like little marks on my face with the blood.
Okay.
Fucking war paint.
Kinda, yeah, in case
Dope.
it's one of those things coming after us, right? I'm a
Billy at the end of
thaumaturge.
Predator.
It's time for some
Yeah.
thaumaturge superstition bullshit.
Love it.
Okay. I have a march.
Which is better because that was a 19 on the die. So
Okay.
that is a 20. If I take the -2 off, that is a 27 Arcana.
Okay. Yes. The head that you've pulled out between building everything and making the display for it, you believe this to be some form of a ancient lizard, not a dragon per se, but some
Okay.
form of like an old, maybe Maoshan based great lizard.
Okay.
Its head is weird. The jaw is long and narrow, almost like an alligator's. It's not a normal face the way it's made. The horns that come down, the reason it's so heavy is that the horns are made of a hardened material. And you know that the horns on contact for like prolonged periods, there's a bunch of like jutting pieces of spike off of it. They are known to cause inflictions and poison.
Oh.
And it is known as Dark Fatalis.
This is beautiful.
Don't
Let's break
touch
it into pieces and use it.
Don't you touch it! While the skull may not be worth a lot, it is hardened. For sure, the horns would be good for something.
Okay. Yeah, so I think like I'm in the process of wrapping the horns because Burke's like, "Oh, this is beautiful," and I'm like, and then I hear the crunching, and that's when I do the marking of the
"War
blood.
paint."
Yep,
An H for hate, and
that's right.
you see them
Hatred.
walk up. As he walks up with you, the dwarf says, "Look, I know this is gonna be an odd thing to ask, but can you give me some form of a weapon while we travel?"
Let me change on me. Sorry.
I know.
Wow.
Oh wow! Like, do you have a knife or anything? He's talking to the siblings
What?
as he walks up. Oh, and he looks at the other two and he's like, "A half elf? You're elven. You're Fae. You're from the Never. You all travel with someone from the Never. Are you royalty?"
I'm a
Just
monster
ask someone if they're
hunter.
from the Never.
I am going to implement a superstition.
Okay.
Okay.
Creatures
I'm like,
from
I'm
the
a
Never in Moldavia are considered royalty.
Oh snap.
That'll open some doors.
Mm.
Because I
Some
want to
that might
re-roll
not be
my
able to-
first impression because I rolled a 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's better. I got an 18. I'm so sorry, my lady. I didn't. He like changes his personality.
Regtor looks confused and he starts saying, "Well, not directly." And then he realizes you're talking to Kelly's character.
Yeah.
And he stops talking.
I'm so sorry, my lady. I didn't mean to intrude in my horrible garb. We've been told that the Fae from the Never will take your breath in your sleep. I do not mean to intrude upon whatever it is you're doing. And he just stares at the fucking ground.
Almost like I'm a cryptid that would steal that would cause him fear. I feel like because of my past,
I
Maria?
100% know it has 100% where
Maria?
the superstition's from.
does not seem very surprised at this reaction from him. And nods her head.
Yep.
It is true that members of the Never Never, especially those from the Winter Court, as I am descended from, can be cruel and capricious and steal the breath, but you are traveling with my companions. And so I will not do you harm. Do you want a weapon to defend yourself, sir?
He kneels. this broken leg that's just been put back together.
No.
I'm gonna double down on this superstition because he is considered an NPC, and if he sticks around, it means he might be more. And he says, actually, I would ask that if you could use your royalty to make your companions bend to your will. There are more of my people we need to save to the northeast, and I would love to have the blessing of a creature of the Never to help us.
Poachers.
There are 5 more of us, maybe 10 if they survived. They are hunters that could provide food for your kingdom. That's what he says in retort, because he has no idea who the fuck you are, where you're from, and he's never seen you. Because I would like to ask Maria, where's Maria actually? Where would she say she's from if this person is saying this?
She would tell the truth.
Which is what?
She is from the Winter Court. She is from the Never Never.
If you would bless me with this, I would be in your service eternal.
I look to everyone else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Has now
And
looked up.
I grit my teeth. I grit my teeth. And
Georgia's vehemently.
kind of shake my head, and I look to him and I say, these are hunters. They're not poachers, because I cannot afford to have poachers running amok when the Winter Court is so close to Moldavia.
He says, ma'am, the only reason we are considered poachers is because the license was rejected because most of us are dwarves.
So you are being discriminated against for being elder creatures yourself.
We are
which is how I phrase it.
We are a small clan of dwarves that work with some of the humans in the area to provide for a city in the middle of rebuild.
I'm going to roll
Hey.
perception to see if he's lying to me.
Okay, and Todd, what were you going to say?
I was just gonna say the same thing.
Hey, you're both
Yeah.
welcome to
Motive.
roll it if you would like. Only the 2 of you, because you asked first. Sorry, Drew.
I'm trying to pull it off like I'm weighing the truth
I
of
understand.
his words. That's a 19.
Okay.
Eric, is it possible to roll a dwarven lore to see if there are any known people in the area?
Let me get these 2 out of the way, but that is a very good question.
So I got a 19 on my perception.
Okay. Maria's 19 perception. What'd you get, Todd? Burke?
13.
19 is okay. Are you happy with that against this person?
We're coming near the end. I will use my
We
other
are near
patch.
the end of the show, yeah?
So I'll use my last patch.
Okay. Nothing like buying your way to victory.
That's right. Okay, that is a 21. That's really,
It's really
about
good.
as good as I can get, yeah.
It's really good. He seems like not only is he being honest, that he must know a decent amount about the Never to even be recognizing you as a member of the court.
Okay.
He's
So-
100% like superstition or not, he believes what he's saying.
Okay, so then I think, just to, I don't want to make a show of it. This is already awkward enough for Maria.
Oh yeah, that's
Um,
the whole point.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, to
so I'm
make it
going to
awkward
cough.
for Maria, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm going to cough, and then I'm going to look to siblings and say,
This is like the nicest Maria's been since
Yes.
they've met her.
yes. I'm like, his words ring true, siblings. He's a poacher not by choice, but by force due to the inherent racism of the younger races. No offense, Mr. Sievers.
Receivers
I-
sold us dirt.
Well, I mean, I don't know what time
You
it is,
don't
right?
know
but
that.
like
We
also,
don't know about that.
right? But I'm talking about
His
like,
character's like,
I'm
"If you
generalizing.
only fucking knew.
Right. Well, I'm generalizing, right? Like I'm like, fuck.
I know.
Maria's like internally like, fuck. So I'm like, if you would be willing to help me in assisting him. I'm looking to the two of you and like I'm giving you like the most pleading look that you've ever seen.
Well, Allie.
The time that you've known.
Now's the time to make that roll.
Let's go.
We have some good cards to go over at the end of the show, too. Allie's like way cut off in here again.
Yikes. I got a 16.
Are you happy with that, Allie?
No, never.
Would you like to do anything about the war roll that you made? Would you like a dilemma?
Fine.
Perfect. For the dilemma, I will give you a hero point. You can spend it now or next show, your choice. It's very simple. You know this clan. And you did not remember them until your recent happenings with the wolves. Which means he may know about the entrance you just found.
Okay.
Here's the dilemma. They hate every other dwarven clan. Because they are Duergar. They were the one clan pre-Sundering that was Duergar. The actual name of what they were previously is forgotten. That's why they have the clan tag that they have. When you turn and look at him, you thought he was ill, sick, and wounded. It makes a lot more sense now.
Georgia's gonna turn to Maria, and she's just gonna say, "Consider this one a personal favor."
Wow, I don't think I've ever heard that kind of sass from her. Personal favor it is?
Hey, Eric.
Discuss the terms of your personal favor. And, like, you can tell, because he's still looking at the ground.
Yeah,
like,
he's not looking. You guys can have whatever fucking hand gesture
so
conversation.
Maria's
he's
tone,
just like this.
Maria's tone is, like, very icy and, like, kind of condescending. Like, we'll talk about this later.
Sure.
But, like, her expression on her face is like, "Thank you, I am so sorry."
This is a very serious situation.
And then I'm going to, since it's already canon, I'm going to repeat again, like, do you require a weapon to defend yourself until we can get you back? And then I will take my Morning Star, and I will call upon the power of the Winter Court to have ice support it when I'm in dire need.
I
If he
would
needs
love
a
one.
weapon.
I am trained in axe and pick. I am good at any form of a hooked style weapon. I specifically prefer things that can break rock or shatter things versus a weapon that is slicing. Where I grew up, you don't have a lot of area to swing. So if you have a spear, a pike,
Your worship, I could provide something.
Jesus
you
Christ.
want.
I say, will this Morning Star do? And it's like coated like with just like the faintest sheen of ice as I did the little thing to call upon the blessing of the Winter Court.
Do not let him open his hand. We have not dealt with this yet, but if he opens his hand, we're all going to be
So you guys have had his hand down this entire
week.
time?
So I have a great question.
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to do anything with it yet.
This is
So
a
this
great
entire time
question.
you guys have been traveling, you guys weren't like, hey, just so before we get here, you're not going to like take care of the hand to make sure it doesn't explode on your way to meet us?
We were running from a giant flaming moth creature. And no, I did not unwrap said hand.
I guarantee that was never part of the fucking running conversation. I think that
Nope.
is 1000% beyond fair. With that said, I have a very important question. The dwarf who's in front of you says, I would like rest. If we, instead of traveling, could take a night, I would like rest to see if I can't recover some. And I want to ask the party, would you set up tents here, to carve what you have, to get things ready? Would you go closer to the wolf den, which is not too far from where you are, and set up camp? Because our lovely audience has played a few cards for you that may make your life easier. So if you decide to set up camp, there has been two things. We already have our full camp upgrade, which is the one that allows you all to rest, ignore the cold with your tent for up to 4 people. We also have it to where when you sleep and recover, somebody has played a card, which is the Serving Hands played it. Campsite herbs. When you do healing, have it be stamina, magic, you get an extra die to the heal roll.
Ooh.
For 2 people. There's another one of those cards floating out there. Hasn't been used yet. And we have the Campsite 2 upgrade. The dwarf says, I do know a lot about carving monsters. If you wish to make a weapon for me out of the skull that is next to me, I could teach you how to do that. This metal is something I have mined many times.
And then again, Maria's like kind of nodding, like.
But he wants to camp.
I think like we're all kind of exhausted after what happened.
You guys have been traveling miles, fight more miles of travel, waiting for people to make it back.
Yeah.
Do you want to camp near the cave entrance? Do you want to camp out like in the crux of one of the mountains? Where would the group like to stop to close our show down before I do our minute?
I do not want to camp near that cave entrance. Absolutely not.
No?
Are you saying that in front of him?
No, I'm saying you're asking the question.
Yeah,
I'm answering.
I know.
Yeah,
In character, where are you
in character.
I
setting
think
it up
maybe
near like the one of the ledges away from the wind. You can see the cliff. I will say it's about half a mile from where you are. It's like through an opening between all the plateaus that where the wolf entrance was that was there. You can see the tree, like a silhouette of it in the snow.
Someplace where there's a windbreak. I figured we should probably take care of that before we do it, though. And I point at his hand.
The wind is blowing from the south to the north because that's the way the fire is burning right now. So you could go against the wall so that the wind isn't hitting you if you would like to.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Can I get a survival check from you to close the show?
Sure.
Would you like?
We're
a
not going to do it with
bonus?
his hand. Yes, please.
No, we're going to do that in secret time.
Oh boy.
Okay.
For those who don't know, if you have a shirt from the secret merch shop, if you have a secret shirt, let me know if you've picked one up. We're going to go into the secret Discord after this and discuss the secret things. Like, hey, maybe the party dies.
That's a 26.
Easily find a campsite.
Plus 2, you said, right? So 28. Yep.
Easily find a campsite for all of you. You can set up the tent to get the bonuses, but where you found, there's a crack into the plateau that some group has camped at before. There are torches set in the wall. There's an old war lantern stuck in the wall that you can light. There's an area kind of rocked out to make fire. Very, very safe place to camp with the survival check as well from Serving Hands, the bonus. You guys can set up camp. So the camera pans back as everybody is walking into this crack in the plateau to set things up. The fire ignites, and your new dwarven companion, as soon as the fire is lit, collapses next to the fire to just sleep. As you set up your gear, your things that you found, you set up the skull to look it over. We're going to have actually a little bit of downtime before we travel from here, so you can carve the pieces that you have, get your monster parts for cards and everything else. But while everyone falls asleep, I need one of you, and this is a bad roll, I'm warning you, to roll if the wind changes for the night and blows towards any time over the evening towards your cave, blocking you in.
What's that, a D8?
You're rolling a D8. 1 is north, you are south. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a 5. So a 4, 5, or 6, you're in a bad situation when we start our show.
You guys want? When do you want to roll this, or you want me to?
We can make the audience roll it if you want. I'll even let the audience roll.
Yeah,
it.
let's do that. Let's do that. Let's make the audience.
Yeah. Okay, audience, it's going to you. Can I get a
someone's gonna roll a
D8?
9.
One somebody roll a
Blame
D8.
the digidice.
4, 5,
the wind
or
blows straight up.
4, 5, or 6. The wind blows the opposite direction. The fire goes down through the valley and hits the plateau they're against. For us to start our last episode for the month next time. Any other direction, they're safe. Stardrew's all in. A 3. It continues blowing northeast. With that said, I have something important to show because that is a direction that is important. I'm going to pull the map up on the screen for our cast and for the audience here in just a second. In the middle of the night, as the fire blows, I'm going to move all of your characters off of here. We don't want any of you here. Y'all got to go away. A fire blows across, and you can see it span to the bridge made of stone. A group of individuals covered in, I would say, kind of like hooded robes, I guess is the best way to describe it, trying to stop the fire from spreading. As the fire spreads across this gigantic bridge towards what looks to be an old keep. This keep is either early Ethauntia or pre-Sundering, which is before the world was shattered and before any of the world understood what the tides were. The snow is pounding down, and at the end of it, you can see two towers with a gate in between, and people trying to stop this fire. They're shoveling snow. They're doing everything that they can. I'm going to bring it up on the large screen for the audience and for the cast to look at. As this fire is spreading, that same shadow flies over top of them. The light from its wings dropping the ash and fire, you can see dwarves, specifically 10 dwarves, doing their best to save people in this area. Similar skin tone, similar look to the survivor that you have with you right now. The fire rains down over this. This fort, though, is made of stone. The only thing that is wood is the top of the stanchions on the building, as this creature lands all the way inside the fort, beyond the door. And you see the dwarves as the camera slides behind them as they start running towards it. You're like, no, 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 no. And Dwarven, I need our 2 dwarfs to give me a will save to remember the dream when they wake up. Because while Darkane is gone, I would like to remind everybody that we are still playing Dream Nights, and not all the rips in the dreams are closed. So I need will saves for my 2 dwarfs in the party.
24.
Okay.
Oh, we lost Drew. We lost Redgar. He's like, oh, in a
Hey,
portal.
Drew, we're going to close with you, buddy. Actually, here, can everybody else wave goodbye for tonight? Well, let's give that before we close with Drew. Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Thank you so much for
everyone.
joining. We're going
Good
to close with Drew's horrible save. Horrible save, where he's lying to me, and it's a 20. We're going to go to him. Thank you so much for joining us. I don't know who else has anything going on this week. We will be back again next week with the final for our lovely John Wick. And we'll be back with Ethauntia for the final for the month. And there's a lot of secret stuff going on. So join us over in the Secret channel after the show. Star Drew is telling Drew to re-roll. But we will see how this goes.
Are we not playing on the 30th?
We'll get to that when we get to you.
Okay.
Hey, Drew. There's 4
Yeah.
Tuesdays this month and 4 Mondays this month. 5, technically.
Yeah, that's why I was curious.
And we are going to be playing on that Tuesday. But it will
On the
not be
30th?
full cast. What did you get on your roll?
I rolled a 3 on the die.
That is piss poor.
Well-
Darkane's horror setting is automatically 5.
So
There's really no superstition when you can do it when you're dreaming. But I will offer a dilemma. You know how you told Allie you only take a dilemma when it's necessary?
Uh-huh.
Would you like to wake with the nightmare, or would you like to take a dilemma?
Do I get to know what the dilemma is before I choose?
No, not this time.
No.
No.
Odds I take it.
No, this is a choice. Don't you Jamie me the dice.
Jamie, you the dice?
Jamie used to always say, let the dice decide.
Oh. I'll take the dilemma.
Excellent. I will let you know what it's like to be an agent of Darkane in Secret Time. Please make your roll with your hero point.
Will save, right?
Yep, we'll save.
It's a 27.
You have a chance to fight this off. Wave by Drew. Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching this after the show, over on this side, there's going to be a video to watch. Probably one of the John Wick shows. We're getting ready to go into a new show almost immediately after John Wick. We're going to be making characters the following week. Like I just said, there are 5 Mondays and Tuesdays this month, and I promise you, we are going to have a show. It's going to depend on how Secret Time goes for Drew. Over on this side, there's going to be the like. We're trying to get 500 people so we can monetize the channel and give super emotes and all that fun stuff. I hope you guys had a blast tonight. Thank you so much for the Streamloot cards. And it only feels right. I should probably send us out on a high note. And the only high note I have left for you is our intro. Bye, everybody.